alcohol is banned.
Yeah.
And, somebody goes to try and find alcohol, except it's just pure ethanol, and they end up dying because it's,
Yeah, that makes
it's
sense.
not made properly.
I just realized I made a mistake that I made with Greg last time, but with Greg, I made it 45 minutes in.
Ah,
I just hit record.
mad. So we weren't
That's
recording
fine.
any of that. That was actually a really interesting
It
conversation, though.
was. Probably some of that probably shouldn't be.
Is this going to be like a running thing now? Every time you do a podcast with a guest, it's going to be like, we have to cut the first 10 minutes of it?
No, I mean, some of it might be picked up. Depends how audible it is. It's just, this is really hard to remember because now I've got to press record about 5 different things, so I'm just going to...
So, was it the audio that didn't get recorded?
Yeah, that's just
or-
the audio. So
Oh, okay.
depending how well those worked...
So we're still on camera talking about all the things we just talked about.
yeah,
There's
so
nothing.
I'll
Yeah,
cut
bad.
it. It's fine. We'll figure
Sick.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what do we fill in?
We're feeling... drugs are getting decriminalized in some states. You can have your photo taken by a stranger on the street. You can't do anything about it.
Which is very surprising.
People ruin fun things for other people.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that is pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today's podcast is sponsored by Apple Juice.
Yes.
Apple Juice.
It's fantastic. My favorite drink.
It is. That's burning apple juice.
Yeah, but it's the best party drink. You take it anywhere, and everyone's like, "You've got apple juice."
Exactly. And then someone drinks too much, ruins everyone else, and now we can't have apple juice anymore.
No. Yeah, and then it just brings back bad memories sometimes.
Exactly. So if there are any sponsors out there, don't worry. It's apple juice.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah, new set for the podcast. I'm very excited for this. This is 10 times more comfortable. It looks 10 times better. It's like symmetrical, kind of.
So there's like a lack of table now, I guess.
There's this.
Oh yeah, but like there's not one like here,
No.
wherever it was last
The
time.
table's in the cupboard somewhere.
Yeah,
now.
nice.
I'll use it for something, I'm sure. But this just seems more... The table felt too formal.
Yeah,
feel
fair
it.
enough. This is pretty chill. This is very
Exactly.
chill. Yeah.
And if I needed to, I would have to move things. But like, there is technically... I could chuck a chair there and we could have a third.
Hmm.
But we need to get
That'd
more
be cool.
mics, definitely.
Yes. Need another one.
One more, another arm.
Oh, 3 people would be.
Be interesting.
Would it be messy?
It'd feel odd. Because that, like, we've got a big light off to our left for those
Yeah.
listening. That would have to be mounted on top of the table, probably, because the chair would be there. The second cam wouldn't be on you, because now anyone
No.
watching, we do have a second camera now. Because I tried to get that working last time, didn't work. That would be on the third person.
Yes.
With the microphone, and then that would be
It's
interesting.
really weird having a camera pointed straight at you, and you're just like,
It is odd, but I'm like,
ah.
I feel like it adds something to
Yeah.
the YouTube version.
Well,
as
I mean,
opposed
you
to
can like, cut to some
cut back and
shots
forth.
Of, yeah,
and it's alright.
me. I don't know why you would want to just see me, but
I don't know. If you're just talking on like a specific topic, then it can cut to you, and there's a bit more focus.
yeah. Would it be a good idea if you had like 3, like one for each person, or like 2?
I would do
there's not much
3. I would have them for the guests.
Yeah.
So we'd have the wide cam, which is in the front, which people can see if you're watching on YouTube. We'd have one on you and then one on them.
Yeah.
And that'd be the wide, which would be good. I did have the idea of possibly setting up a GoPro for like a super wide, like up on the really
like
high up,
in the corner, yeah.
and then people can get a perspective of what the set actually looks like,
Yeah.
or like back here
Up
or
there.
something.
That'd actually be a really
That'd
good
be
idea.
interesting because people
do
don't
like that.
know what happens behind.
No, I mean, there's not too much going on back there anyway, but
No, there's a lot of cables,
yes,
a lot of wires.
Yeah. Failed the cable management course or whatever it is.
Oh, I dropped out halfway through. Just doesn't work. I mean, I think I spend more of my yearly salary on power boards and extension cords than anything else. I have too many. And they're all mismatched. So some of them are power surge protected, some are not.
Some are not.
So if the set burns down, it's fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll jump in first topic. I thought we'd go over something. Both of us are pretty invested in the UK YouTube scene. So I feel like
yes.
we need to talk about it, and that gets good views.
Yeah. Yes. Insert clickbait title here.
Exactly. And the first one is going to be really great. So old school KSI,
Yes.
he's come so far away and he's changed his appearance so much.
He has.
Like,
but-
I get the whole... Like, Greg, for example, if you look at, like, his year 12 photos to what he looks like now, it's a different person entirely.
Yeah.
But his is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but that's not necessarily a bad thing because, like, you think about how long he's actually been doing YouTube, how long they've all been around, really. But you're bound to change over that time.
Oh, 100%.
And as much as I like both kind of styles of content, his content kind of evolved with it as well.
HA, yeah.
I do miss. I guess I just reminisce on the old content that they all put out, really. But like,
It was in the first
KSI
house.
as well. Yeah.
That one crazy. But then, yeah, he doesn't... Like, I think he said... Originally, it was for his last song, And if it got like top 5 or whatever, he'd play a horror game. That's like his ongoing thing now. If his song hits this, or if I don't know, whatever he's doing, if he promotes it and it gets to a certain point,
Yeah.
he'll now play a game. Obviously, he does like the Sidemen more channel. Like he did Rocket League the other day or whatever.
He's so terrible at it as
He's god awful at almost
well.
everything
But
now.
it's entertaining.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what he like. He has not. He used to be so into games to the point where he was good,
Yes. Yeah.
but not anymore. Like FIFA, he was awesome.
Yeah.
And then when they were in the second house, he was really into UFC, and he had that game, and he was sick at that. Now I'm pretty sure the only game he competitively plays and tries to get good at is like Dragon Ball Legends on his phone,
Yeah.
which he plays freaking everywhere.
But I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just when they're filming the videos, I don't know if he's kind of like putting it on so he looks bad as for the entertainment factor, or if he
Yeah.
actually just like kind of has been away from gaming that long that he's kind of just, I guess, dropped off, whereas the others are still kind of gaming sort of really frequently.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's obviously like everyone else. They're milking Among Us.
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
they've done like 75 videos on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they did. He was on the Warzone hype when it came out. Probably not that much at all anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoyed when he played with like Vic.
Did you watch his video when the hype was going on? He did one where he did. He did it when he did Fortnite as well, but he does like an African warlord voice.
Yes. Yeah.
And he just terrorizes these children.
yeah.
Oh,
That
God.
is very entertaining. I really like that.
I don't know.
that.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, but then go back to like if he puts on a character. Did you watch the last Sidemen Sunday?
Well,
It's
yeah,
hide and
I believe I
seek.
did. Yeah. The hide and seek. Yeah.
And then he's sitting on the roof and he's talking to a hand puppet.
Yes.
The memes that have come out of that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
He's
money
just
won't change
feeling-
you. And there's this dude talking to his hand on a roof. Oh my fucking God.
That's yeah.
But then you've got
he's
like,
fueling the Reddit. The
oh,
Reddit
definitely,
memes at
because
this
then
point
that
as
just
well.
makes him more videos, more money.
Yeah, I guess everyone goes nuts over his Reddit videos.
Oh,
Anyway,
100%.
so he's always going to do something in a Sidemen Sunday video that's just gonna give that content.
I think that's why I was listening to Simon's podcast again as well. They try and purposely make JJ Seeker every time because he puts on such a character and
Yeah.
he's that much more entertaining. If he's just hiding, he's kind of like, eh.
Yeah,
I feel like the least, annoyingly enough, the least probably entertaining person, if they were seeking first, would be Vic. Because he normally needs other people to bounce off of.
yeah. No, I see that. I feel like searching on his own for a while it could probably be.
Yeah, because a lot of his content is pretty...
It's community based, I guess.
Yeah.
In terms of not like viewership, as in like whoever he's working with in the video sort of thing.
Or it's based on how good he is at COD or Fortnite or whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like he works really well when paired with someone or like in a
Yeah.
group with somebody, and then he kind of like shines because he's got he's really good at something, or his content, or he's like really funny. But I guess maybe on his own in a situation like that, probably
Yeah. Because then it's up to him on his own for probably a solid 20 to 30, well, not that we'd see, like 20 minutes of he has to then make things up to the camera and kind of figure it out as he goes. But
But so I feel like Toby would be in a similar boat though.
yes. But then Toby's won like all of their hide and seeks.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is he good at seeking?
I don't know.
That's the thing.
I think same
and
with
if
Vic.
he was first, I don't think. Yeah, I think he'd be in a similar kind of boat.
Needs
as
someone
Vic.
else.
Whereas you got Harry, who's just
He's just
Harry.
Yeah, God.
Ethan's more than confident enough. JJ really entertaining. Simon somewhere in the middle, I think.
He can be. I think it depends. Recently, he's been like when they did the Among Us in real life thing. He's really good at that.
He does get into it, yeah. So, yeah, no, I'd put him in the boat as well with all the confidence. and
That
stuff
might
on
just
his
be
own.
a hide and seek video thing. Because I feel like with Among Us, all of them, if you are chosen, you do put on a sort of like a
Yeah.
psycho vibe.
Oh, I mean, in the haunted house Among Us when Vic was the killer. I mean, he was on his own there, and he was definitely psycho.
It was fine,
It was
yeah.
very entertaining.
So I think hide and seek might just be a bit bland.
maybe. I really enjoy them though.
Oh, they're really
It's
good.
like one of my favorite video formats that they do.
Just because they can be so long. And I would assume I don't know if it's a low effort because apparently it's something like 8 to 12 cameras because they have to kit out the whole house. And then you've got
and they've got
everyone's
people following
cameras.
them around as well.
Exactly. So you've got 7 cameras per person, like 3 cameramen. You're already at 10 plus 5 to 10 other ones for the house.
Yeah. And you need a location that's not too difficult but not too easy as well.
Yeah.
So I feel like finding spots to do it would be
It has to be houses.
yeah.
You couldn't do the city because then you probably get told
No,
off. You
no,
can't
you
leave
couldn't
cameras
do the
set
city.
up. Can't do out in the outdoors because that's can't really hide.
Yeah.
I reckon if they when stuff opens back up, they should stuff in like Thailand where they've got those massive treehouse resorts.
Oh, something like that.
That'd be kind
They'd
of
have to
sick.
section it off those things.
Yeah.
I still think that'd be too big.
Because I know I was watching Josh's video and he was doing a Reddit,
Mm.
and he was saying they've already got the next 2 Sidemen holiday videos planned out,
Oh, yes.
but they're waiting for them. So I'm like, probably wherever they go, they'll milk that, do some stuff there.
Oh, I mean, while they're there, yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
They'll do some stuff. But the Simon Holiday videos I miss as well.
Oh, they're so
really
sick.
good. Yeah.
It's because they do Ethan dirty literally every single time.
I feel bad for him. I really do.
Yeah, but it's the meme now.
It is the
Because
meme.
I feel like if they did JJ dirty too often, he would say he wouldn't do them.
Yeah, I
because
feel like
he's, like,
JJ
got
would
money.
be the kind of person that would just be like, nah, stuff this, I'm going home.
Yeah.
And would, like, book, like, a jet and just go home.
Yeah, he's like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm bigger than the Sidemen.
Yeah.
Another diss track. Although maybe the diss track would be good. Apparently they made bank off that.
Yeah. That was planned, yeah? That whole
No
season.
one knows. Like,
I'm-
they've never admitted that it was planned. They're adamant to this day that it was legit. And then they
I
went
feel
with
like
it.
they've said in a couple of like individually each of their like kind of Reddit videos. I feel like they've or just just personal videos. I feel like they have alluded to the fact that it was somewhat planned.
Maybe the beef wasn't, but then they're like, oh, hang on. We
Yeah.
can use this.
We can use this. Yeah, I don't know, because I think the whole thing behind it was JJ did actually want to try and move to the US.
Yeah.
I think for like success reasons or
Yeah,
whatever.
it makes sense career-wise.
And I think the other guys weren't so keen, but
So then that would have required him to leave.
which he did. But I think he was going anyway to have a sus, and I think they were all just like, oh, let's make a thing out of it.
Yeah. I feel like, though, when he got there, he would have realised how different the culture is from UK.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just a different... It feels different vibe. And then, I don't know, I feel like even if I tried to move anywhere, you'd get homesick regardless because it's so different.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have to do, like, 6 months on, 6 months off, maybe.
Yeah.
Or 3 on, 3 off.
I'd be the same. I'd have to come home, sort of thing.
Because it's that different. Unless for some reason you just don't vibe with how things work where you live, I guess. Like, if you don't, whether that's food or just how people speak or just how work is, then maybe you wouldn't need to. But, like, the US is ridiculous. Their healthcare would drive me through the roof.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking.
I think it was something like some guy went in with, like, a sprained ankle, and for, like, the cast and just, like, the fee of seeing a doctor, he was out easily high 4 digits.
Yeah, which is just ridiculous because I don't know. We're just really lucky here with the way things work.
The rest of the world.
It's really strange because you look at how I guess our system works and how a lot of other systems work.
Yeah.
And I guess in what you would call first world countries or whatever the technical term is now for it, and then you look at like say America, who would be considered one of the highest ranking in terms of like just general wealth, and you look at how terrible their system is in terms of like healthcare and stuff, and you're like,
Yeah.
how does this happen? And how have they gone so long without actually pushing for a change?
Well, I think that's what Obama wanted to.
He wanted to, but I'm just amazed at how
Little
quickly
they've-
he got shut down.
Yeah. People
For
want
that.
to pay. Oh, it's because they don't realize how much they're paying for healthcare, because then
Yeah.
if it goes free, then their tax goes up.
Yeah, of course.
Which, I mean,
But I mean, that's just
that's
kind of
fine.
like
You barely notice tax.
that's how the system works, really.
Yeah, if you something happened and you had to fork out 10K, you're going to notice that. But regardless of your tax, you kind of have to find a way. It goes by unnoticed because it's
Well, it's small
necessary.
amounts. Yeah,
Exactly.
and it is necessary.
Like, I don't know. For some people, they'd probably be like, okay, cool, the treatment's 10K. I'm probably not going to do that because I can't afford it. You can't not afford tax. You're forced to. So
Yes.
if they up tax by 20% tomorrow, you'd find a way to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas a 10K medical bill, you can probably fork off a bit more. But we've side tangent just a bit. The topic headline was Sidemen, and now we've
and
ended
now
up on
we're into
healthcare.
Healthcare.
We'll circle back a little bit. What is you said you like the Sidemen hide and seek videos, but overall, over the whole channel, which one is your favorite? That's like their main Sidemen channel.
Oh, I don't know. There's so many that
There
I
is
really have been
thousands, yeah.
enjoying. I'm probably gonna say it's one of the holiday videos.
Yeah.
I think it was the one where they went overseas. They went to
That'd been
I
the
think
last one, I think.
Spain or something. Was it Spain?
And then
They had like the really nice kind of like mansion for the good
Yes.
one, and then even the cheap holiday was still looked like a lot of fun. I know the place
That was
they
almost
stayed in
Sticky
was
Vicky.
dodgy. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Sticky Vicky. I know the place they stayed in was really really dodgy.
oh god,
But the
man.
activity list was kind of fun. Like it was literally
It's
a bar crawl. It's a
100%.
night out with the boys, And the next morning they had, they went to the beach. They
Yep.
were supposed to go karting, which I really wanted to see them do
That would've
because
been
me
sick.
personally, I really like go karting, cars racing, all sorts of things. But it would have been really cool to see them like get competitive.
100%.
Because that's something I really enjoy, but they didn't get to do it, unfortunately. But like all the activities that they had planned out, it's kind of just like, yeah, okay, it's a cheap holiday, but it's also still a fun holiday. Whereas,
Yeah.
I guess I think it was like the first one they did in the UK, where the cheap holiday got just
It was
like
like
a
a
random
backpackers-
bus tour. Yeah, in a backpack
Yeah.
thing, but it was like a bus tour around the place that they already lived.
Yeah.
And you could see how miserable they were,
It
which was
really
funny in
bad.
itself. But I felt bad for them,
But I guess it kind of worked in terms of they were testing the waters to see how that video would do.
how it would go. Yeah.
And I guess for
Well, it spawned a few more, so
for a lesser video, it did pretty well, and we got the rest of them, so it must have done decently.
yeah.
But I do like they've increased it every time. So the first one was $10 versus $100, then it went 1,000 to 10,000.
Yeah.
Well, how many have we had? 2 or 3 so
We've
far?
we had the road trip one as well, which
Oh, so technically
they
3.
counted as a holiday one, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So with the next, like, are they gonna go? At some point, if you keep
How big's
putting
it
those
gonna
numbers
get?
up, $100,000 holiday versus $1 million holiday is still ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be much of a difference, unless they could do like $1,000 holiday versus negative $1,000 holiday. Whoever's on the bad team got to pay for
We're
it.
gonna pay for it all. Ooh.
Then at that point, you just put Harry, Vic, and JJ on the team.
Yeah.
They just got banged. Oh, actually, I don't know about Harry.
He
might
says
not
he
have.
doesn't. I don't know.
Maybe he's just really frugal.
Maybe. Who knows?
He doesn't upload anymore. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
he started. Did you see he did a Yu-Gi-Oh booster box
I did,
unboxing?
and I was so happy about it as well.
He's trying to pull. I think the Pokemon hype died down a little bit,
Yeah.
and it brought out a lot of people who are really into it, and now
Yes.
they keep doing it, like Randolph and stuff.
Yeah.
And now he's like trying to steer it away to Yu-Gi-Oh, which is actually kind of sick.
It is cool, but I think he's said it in a couple of videos beforehand as well. Pokemon was never really his thing,
Yeah.
but he was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mm.
And I was also a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! So when
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
him do the pack opening, I was just like, oh, this is sick. Finally, somebody's not doing another Pokemon one. Someone's actually doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! One, and I'm really keen for it. And I really enjoyed it.
That was sick. Do you know? I think it was Cal Freezy's podcast, or it might have been Simon's as well. Do you know what he carries in his wallet?
Is it a Blue Eyes White Dragon?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if it's all 5, but it's one of the pieces of Exodia.
That's
But
hilarious.
it's like beat to hell. He's been carrying for like 10
Oh, yeah.
years or something, and it's ridiculous, but it's
It's
freaking
funny
hilarious.
as.
That's
No,
a Harry
I mean,
thing,
I
too.
have a friend who does the same thing, Anthony.
Oh,
Ah.
God. Is he legit?
I gave him a Blue Eyes White Dragon
Oh, it's
about
White Dra-
5 years ago, and he keeps it in his wallet, and he just pulls it out on random occasions, and
And
I'm
just-
like, I can't believe you still have this.
I wonder how long.
And it's gone through the wash and all sorts
Oh,
of
so
things.
it doesn't even look like a Blue Eyes White
No,
Dragon.
it's still actually all right.
Ah.
Like it's somewhat intact. I don't know how it went through the wash and survived, but he reckons he's like, yeah, I think I left it in my jeans. And no, it was a fake one anyway. But
Oh,
I was
okay, that's
just-
fine.
yeah, I was like,
How much does a legitimate like first edition Blue Eyes go for? Do you know?
I don't know. I'm actually not sure, but it's nowhere near what the Pokemon cards are going for.
Yeah, like
for,
a first edition
things.
Charizard wouldn't be. It would be ridiculous.
Yeah. It's nowhere near that. I'd probably say what, like, I don't know. It's in the hundreds. I don't even think it's in the thousands. I
Really?
could be completely wrong though. If anybody's watching and it's just like,
Let's have a
you're an
Google.
idiot, you don't know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Fair enough. Because I don't even think I have any first edition cards, even though I have so many cards.
Or if you do, they're probably that old and
Yeah,
a bit rugged.
who knows?
First edition.
Or I lost 'em.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Or I traded him to some kid for like some sort of fake card that he printed off the computer. I don't know. That happened a bit. How much?
So definitely not in the hundreds.
Oh, okay. All right. So I was very wrong.
Okay, so this one I'm assuming it's a different grading system. So this one says BGS 9.5 LOB. So I'm assuming it's got something to do with the quality. First edition Blue Eyes White Dragon, wavy North America gem mint condition. It's got some other stuff in there that I don't really understand. So I'm probably like the print date.
Probably.
Take a guess.
Well, now okay, it's
I'll
not
tell
the
you
hundreds.
shipping is
Yeah.
$70.
Well, that's very helpful. Isn't it? It means nothing. Okay. Yeah. I was probably very wrong with my hundreds of dollars. I'm probably gonna say I don't know, 2K.
Nope.
20K.
No.
What?
US 150,000 on eBay. It's going for hasn't sold. But
That's
it's up
nuts.
450,000.
What? I don't know. Some dude was like, I mean, obviously, Facebook Marketplace is never a place to be trusted, but he said he
Yeah.
had some first edition, was it Dark Magician, and it was only like $600, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's how much they go for. It's nowhere near it. So that's just thrown me off the price scaling completely.
Yeah.
Obviously, whatever he's got is not, or it's
I
fake.
mean,
I don't know.
the ones that aren't cased and they're saying it's first edition, they're about $500 to $1,000.
Okay, well,
All
these
the
must be
cased ones are about 5 digits and up.
Yeah, all right. I was very wrong.
I'm curious about Dark Magician now.
I'm just gonna go home and look at my cards.
I mean, you fucking may as well. Like, which was Blue Eyes the rarest or was Red Eyes?
Nah, Blue Eyes
Blue?
is probably the one you want. I mean, they're all kind of like part of the same set, but the Blue Eyes was better
Yeah.
in terms of like its stats. I think it had like 3,000 attack, 2,500 defense.
So a quality 9, so I'm guessing it's out of 10. So PSA 9, Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician First Edition, 13k.
That's it's still a lot. I mean, the Dark Magician was never really as good as the Blue Eyes,
But he's iconic.
it's iconic.
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel like that's probably what sends, even with Charizard, that's what sends the value up.
Yeah.
It's the popular ones.
Yeah.
Like, he's not exactly, in the game, he's not exactly a powerful, he's a starter. So he's not exactly the biggest one, but yeah.
That's the one everyone remembers.
Yeah. Actually, that is another video
I
idea
mean,
I have. I want to do a MTG booster box opening.
Oh, I'm
'Cause
keen.
that would be sick.
I'm so down.
I know, because you can, so with Pokemon, you can do, like, if you, Randolph did one recently with Simon where it's a booster box battle. So you split the booster, and then whoever's got the most powerful card in that, they win that round.
Yep.
But with MTG, I feel like it's hard to do.
Yeah, because you only get
Instants,
one
sorceries.
rare. And there's that too.
That kind of thing.
You can't really just straight
Yeah.
up measure their power rating.
Whereas with Pokemon, most of them are creatures.
Yep.
So then you know. But just a straight up booster box opening would be dope.
Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely be down. Because I'm also into my MTG. Weirdly enough, Pokemon's the only one that I have no idea about.
Oh, no, though. I know of the Pokemon. I could probably see which one's rare, but as opposed to like the other cards and especially how to play the game, that's
Yeah, I have no idea
not
how to
enough.
play the game.
Even
But-
playing Yu-Gi-Oh is a bit over my head. I don't quite get it.
I grew up with it, so that was kind of my thing.
Yeah.
And then I believe one of my friends kind of introduced me to it early, and they're like, "Oh, you like Yu-Gi-Oh? You'll like this game." And I'm like, "Yeah, cool." So I gave MTG a go, and at first I was like, "This is confusing."
It is very
And
confusing.
then you watch the evolution of Yu-Gi-Oh as a card game go from like really really basic, to then being confused in the show somewhere because they just disregarded all the rules.
Yeah.
To then still carrying on as being the
Yeah.
trading card game, and then as kind of the shows sort of developed into this kind of weird thing, they started introducing new mechanics, new cards, which I mean there's nothing wrong with. I mean
Yeah.
MTG does the same thing, but it kind of didn't really. Well, I felt it doesn't really suit how the game used to be played.
Yeah.
So it kind of just evolved into something I don't understand anymore. But
Yeah,
like
too many
the early
spin-offs.
cards, the early kind of gameplay,
Pretty much the
um,
original series.
I was really, really kind of keen on, really good at, I guess. But yeah, so anyway, MTG came along. Then I realized all of my new friendship group started playing it heaps, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I can get into this. I can get behind it. And yeah, now I play like all the time.
I feel like
pretty
it's
good.
slightly made more for not competitive play, but to be played.
Yeah,
And then whereas Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon came after. Because I feel like either the show or the manga would have come out for both of them, or the game, in some cases. And then they would have brought out the cards, and then the cards became their own thing.
I think with Yu-Gi-Oh, I think the cards were around first.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Or well, maybe not before the manga, maybe, but they were definitely around before the show.
The show's usually last to come, yeah. Because the Pokemon show, that's like early 2000s, and Pokemon's been around since like the 80s.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yu-Gi-Oh manga probably is in the same 80s. It'd be like the black and white non-color thing.
Yeah. And actually, interestingly enough, I looked this up with Cass the other day because she was like, "Oh, I think Pokemon cards are bigger in terms of like the amount of them, and like the I guess competitive plays and stuff." And I actually looked it up because I thought Yu-Gi-Oh was the biggest trading card game.
I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh's older.
It is, I think, and it is actually bigger.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. I feel like to some people, Pokemon seems still kind of childish
Yeah,
because
maybe.
of how it's done. But Yu-Gi-Oh's got this kind of like dark aesthetic.
Yeah.
Where it feels more violent, but it's not because it's
But
a
it's
card game.
I guess the cards are less bright and colorful. I guess.
Yeah,
they
even
are.
the show as well is a lot darker
Yeah.
than the Pokemon TV series or the games for that matter.
That's true. I mean,
nothing dies
imagine
in
getting
Pokemon.
banished to the Shadow Realm. Like, 3-year-old me would be crapping my pants, being like, I don't want to go to Shadow Realm.
Like that's. Is there actually in the show? Is there a way out, or is that end game?
I'm pretty sure they got out of it a few times, or somebody was like close to going in, but it's supposed to be like,
That's hell.
yeah,
Okay.
sort of
Far
thing.
out.
But I'm pretty sure they got out of it. It's been a while since I've watched it, but I have watched it all.
Have you seen any of the spin-off series?
I watched like GX.
GX is the only one I remember because I remember that dude. He's got the main dude with the red jacket.
Yeah.
And the anime hair. He's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hair. That's about all I remember. And then there's at least 6 more.
There's a couple more, and I don't know. I watched some sort of like crossover movie between like 3 generations of it. They did some sort of time travel
Oh, what the
mechanism.
fuck?
Yeah, and then I don't know. I got really confused because Kaiba took some sort of space elevator and he pulled the Obelisk the Tormentor out of the
remember that.
ground, and I was like,
Oh my
you
god.
lost me.
Yu-Gi-Oh spin-offs. Let's see how
Here we
many
go.
you know.
See how many there are. No, I don't know. There was GX. There was like 5D.
I remember
Zexal
hearing of
or
5D.
something, and that's all I know.
So GX was first.
Yeah,
Then you had 5Ds. Yu-Gi-Oh Zexal.
yeah. There's that, and then I don't know what comes after that. If
Yu-Gi-Oh
there's anything
Arc
else.
5.
I don't know what that is.
Yu-Gi-Oh Vrains. Just brains with a V. Yu-Gi-Oh 7s. And that's it. So Yu-Gi-Oh 7 started last year.
Yeah, no, I'm out. No idea.
I don't even... Yu-Gi-Oh GX changed the game completely. Now I guarantee it's not even anywhere
The
near
play
it.
style was kind of similar still, but I mean, it was just a bunch of new cards, and they were average, I guess. I don't know.
It got too futuristic for my liking.
I had a bunch of them though.
Actually, you know what that reminds me of? Bakugan.
Oh, I love that.
Those were sick.
Yeah.
That was like the newest card, but I swear it's probably had the same thing. They probably had about 7 spin-off shows since we were kids.
Probably. I remember the original one though. I've still got them. as
Those
well.
toys were sick. They were
Yeah.
so original.
They were so cool. I don't know. Somebody in primary school had one. And I was like, this is mad.
I just nicked it off some dude, I'm sure.
Yeah, fair enough. But even that got crazy. So I remember how to play the actual original game as well. But then they introduced like a new series of it or something.
Yeah.
And they became like squares and triangles and
I don't
had
know
all
what
these like new cards and became like, I don't know.
Magnet card and magnet ball. That's all you need.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like you roll it and you flip the card, it had some points on it, and then
That's it.
that's it. And they never really exceeded like 450 points on the actual ball itself. But then later on, they got to like thousands and I don't know.
Yeah, now it's ridiculous. And
Yeah.
now apparently they've gotten rid of the actual ball thing.
Oh no.
Now apparently it's primarily a trading card game.
Oh, what's the point?
I feel like
The
you
ball's
can.
the whole point.
I think you can get the figurines, but I don't think they have a At least from what it looks like, they don't really have that much of a place. Oh, Target has. I think Target has some of the old ones,
That's cool.
but it
I
looks
know
like
what I want for Christmas from you. Give me those. If they're the old ones, give me those.
$4. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, mad.
Cheap as hell.
Sick.
We'll just go buy a massive pack of them.
All right,
Back again, booster box.
new video idea. Yeah, let's
I
go.
feel like that would go very. You could see through the pack. I would be keen to do the MTG booster box though,
Oh yeah,
That'd be
for
sick.
Sure.
but we need a.
I mean, I've been dying to open one anyway, just because I've been out of the game with like lockdown for so.
Oh
long.
yeah. Have you opened a booster box on your own before?
No, I've always bought them with someone else, so I've split them 50-50. I think
Yeah.
that's the best I did.
I don't know why. It's just opening an entire box. It's just fun. Regardless, I could get nothing. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's fun to do. It's semi gambling really.
Oh, definitely.
Because you're just like, oh, I really don't know what I'm getting here.
I've got money on one of the EPL matches later tonight because
Yeah.
I got back into it now. It's bad.
Ah, fair enough.
Gamble responsibly.
Yes, definitely. No, I was into the footy on the old Sportsbet app, but
Oof.
I was just using the free bets and stuff most
Oh,
of the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But there was this one time I was like, oh, Collingwood, Essendon.
Go for it.
I've got to put one on because I got mates who are Collingwood, I'm Essendon, and I stuffed it up completely. So I put it on. I didn't realize I put it on a margin of winning from 1 to 39 instead of just outright win.
Yeah.
And I chucked $50 on that, and it was on Essendon to win, and Essendon's like pretty average.
Yeah.
And they won, and it was like within that margin. So the payout was like nuts, and I'm like, "There's gonna be a
It was
mistake."
ridiculous.
And then I realized what I'd actually done. I'm like, "Oh,
Oops.
that's crazy." So I just like cash out and go
Oh,
buy
yeah,
some
get
car
rid of it.
parts, and then delete the app, and
You
that's
can
it.
actually. They've upgraded it now. You can get a MasterCard that the account attached to your MasterCard is your Sportsbet account. So that way you don't need to pay any of the fees to withdraw. You can just spend it out of the Sportsbet account.
Oh, okay.
So literally, if you wanted to and you were decent at it, you could spend. You put in $50 to $100. You bet with that, you've made maybe $500. That's your weekend money, and then you don't have to touch any of your other accounts now.
Interesting. But I feel like
But then you get
that's
instant access.
problematic.
Oh yeah, that starts to raise some
Yeah.
issues. Like I put Sportsnet gave me a bonus $20. I put $5 this morning on West Ham to win against Leeds, and I put it on they were going to win 4-1,
Yeah.
and then the payout would have been $2,500.
Jeez.
They won 2-1. And I got so mad because they had enough time to actually score another 2, and then
Yeah.
at the end they were just playing for time and not even attempting to attack. And I'm like, you You guys owe me $2,000.
Well, that's the thing. They know how unlikely it is to happen, and that's why
Exactly.
the odds are what they are.
I mean, yeah, if I'd put $1 on them to win 9-1, I would have made like $50,000.
Yeah,
If
but at the same time,
not gonna
you're
happen.
more likely to lose the dollar.
Exactly, but it's $1, so
Yeah.
But then I guess you could just keep. It's just $2. It's just It's just $7,000.
Well, that's the thing. It racks up. So you really, you shouldn't try and use it to make money, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's if you're gonna do it, it's just for a bit of fun.
Mm.
And
I would
that's
be
it.
keen to do the thing. Simon was doing it where it's like you get a bunch of the guys and then or a bunch of anyone really, and then everyone puts in $50, and then you've got a time period, 2-3 months. You bet on whichever sports you want, and then by the end of the month, whoever has more. It's
Yeah,
just look
so
on, and then whoever loses, it's like they shout a beer or something.
Yeah, I'm down for something like that. That's like just like a friendly little competition.
Swatty would win.
Yeah.
Swatty
Oh,
would be
for
like,
sure.
"Hey, bro." Swatty comes out with 25k.
Yeah, he'd be like, oh, so
Do
you're buying
some
the beer
bullshit.
as well, yeah? And we're like, dude, you just won 25k. You can buy a beer.
But yeah, I feel like I tried initially doing the horses, but those were literal blind bets.
Yeah.
I would just be like,
I
okay,
know
who's the
nothing about
favorite?
it.
I'll put $2 on them. But now I'm actually trying to use it effectively because I know soccer to a degree.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm seeing how that goes.
I'd pick something I know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was there's actually very few sports on the side. Like you can't bet on the golf.
Really?
On the side, it's just you've got EPL, you've got the US Soccer League, you've got UFC, basketball, baseball, cricket, and then like 7 leagues of horse racing and dogs. And that's pretty much it. But then you've got all the ridiculous ones.
The novelty bets.
The novelty.
They're
They're
fantastic.
hilarious.
They are fantastic.
They're amazing. Hang on.
You're just going to go through the list.
I don't have the app though, but I'll have to log into the website. Oh man. They are the greatest thing. I would like to say we got sidetracked again, but that's fine.
We did.
Don't care. Oh god. Don't gamble, kids. Keep your money.
No, we're playing with pretend money. Monopoly money.
Yeah, they'll figure it out eventually.
Yes.
When we owe them money, then they'll figure it out.
Where is it?
Did you want a top up of apple juice? Are you good?
Oh, yeah, I'll have some more apple juice. That'll be...
A different breed of apple
Yeah,
juice?
yeah, give me another one. You got, was it...
We have
Pink
Japanese
Lady.
apples or Canadian
Oh,
apples.
I'll take the Japanese one, I think.
Japanese apples? Oh,
Yeah.
how would I grab that?
We'll go through. We'll have a bit of them all.
Okay.
but We'll, yeah, definitely get that one.
That's that off-camera apple juice.
Yeah. We can't be, preferencing brands or anything like that. That's not on. Why can I not find it?
I think I'm gonna have to log in though. Mine's completely out. Whew. But reminder to those at home, if you'd like to send in questions, topics, or I don't know, appreciations, you can contact the podcast on the justwingitpodcast@gmail.com, and you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram.
Is there any platform we're not on?
um,
That's the question. Is MySpace still a thing? Are we on that?
if it is, I'm gonna go make a podcast MySpace page.
Mad.
We're not on Vimeo or Dailymotion. None of those video platforms. Mine
No,
doesn't.
novelty. Here we go. Novelty. What am I talking about?
Novelty.
All right, so we got Triple J Hottest 100. I'm a Celebrity. Get Me Out of Here. Grammy Awards. Logie Awards. all
You
those
can
things.
bet on the radio?
James Bond. Yeah, you can bet on the radio.
I remember seeing James. You can bet on who the next
it
Bond
the
is. And they
next
haven't announced
Bond?
that
Yeah.
yet. That's ridiculous.
Amazing Race. Yeah, I mean the interesting ones are kind of gone, but you used to be able to do like Donald Trump. Well, you could do the US
Bet on the
election,
elections.
You could do like ScoMo. You could do what Dan Andrews is going to wear at the next press conference.
That
like,
was the
weird
best
things
one.
like that. Yeah,
I'd bet on Bond. Who do you think's the next Bond's going to be?
honestly, I have no idea.
Because he's 100% out. He wants out so badly.
Yeah,
Just like
well,
how Chris Evans
I
wanted
really
out.
like him as a James
was
Bond.
good.
Though, that's the thing.
He was
I'm kind of hoping he doesn't.
smooth and suave.
Yeah,
but
he
not
played
so
it-
polished.
He played it really, really
Mm.
well. Idris Elba. A
Idris
lot of
Elba
people were
was
just
so
like,
sick.
and I'm like, I can get on board with that for sure.
Because he can do... Because obviously he's English, but he can do like scav English accent. But when he puts on his posh English, oh,
Yeah,
it's just sick. Like I think
I'd
who
like
else
to
did that?
see.
Tom Hardy would have been interesting.
yeah.
But I feel like he's a bit too... All the Bonds have been a bit more wiry. Well, I feel like Tom Hardy's a bit more stocky and shorter.
Yeah,
But I'd be curious. I'm trying to.
but it'd be good to see.
I think it's just got to be an Englishman at this point.
Kind of. That's the whole
Yeah,
point
I
of it,
mean,
isn't
you
it?
could get away with some Americans being just putting on the accent, but I feel like they want it to be
Yeah.
natural. Log in. No, that's wrong password. Okay. But I don't know.
I don't
Different
know.
Bond.
This could be completely left field. But what do you think of maybe Christian Bale?
As Bond,
Yeah, that just came to my head now.
he would have to get into the exact shape he was for American Psycho.
Yeah, you could do that. Well, you've seen how many weight changes.
Yeah,
that
that's
guy's
true.
gone through anyway.
But if he did that, 100%.
Yeah,
Because that's just then a blend of Batman and American Psycho at that point. Just a bit thinner.
yeah,
Which would probably be easier for him then. I could see that.
be interesting.
I don't know how good his English accent is, though.
Doesn't he have one? Isn't he?
He's Aussie.
Is he?
Christian Bale.
Oh, I'll stuff that up completely. I reckon he could do it. Though. Did
Yeah.
he do one for a movie though? There's some movie where he put on it.
Oh, it would have been.
That's why I thought he was.
I think it was The Illusionist. He did a magician's movie with Hugh Jackman. And I'm pretty sure they were English. So I would imagine his accents are probably nothing for him. at
Yeah,
this point.
probably.
He's that
I
high
mean-
level of an actor.
Yeah, when you're that kind of actor, I assume you can pull one off pretty easily.
Actually, on the topic of Christian Bale, did you hear about who he was cast as?
Oh, God Butcher.
God Butcher. He's going to be
Yeah.
the next Thor. That's going to be interesting.
Yes.
And then it was like the
Okay.
IGN had the caption where it's like either live long enough to die, you either die a DC hero or you live long enough to become a Marvel villain. And I was like, that's actually sick.
Yeah, I'm keen.
That means we need Henry Cavill in the MCU. But
I mean, I'm on board.
Who the hell would he play though?
I don't know. He can play anyone. I don't really care. I like him in pretty much everything he played. Although, I'm not saying he's a bad Superman. I
Not great.
don't like that rendition of Superman in general. I don't think I don't think it was his fault.
Yeah,
I don't think it
that's
was
the writing.
him playing. It was the writing of the character.
It might be different because I'm keen to see the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League
Yeah, true.
and to see if that
Could be different.
salvages a bit. Because then it's not him focused.
Yeah.
Because I know the last Justice League, they butchered Barry Allen just horribly. Like, he was a comic piece at that point.
Yeah.
Like, to me, the movie... I don't even think the movie they're doing... Will, like,
And they're doing it off Flashpoint, aren't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure the movie's called
I
Flashpoint.
like the whole. I mean, I've read the comic of Flashpoint,
Yeah.
and I've seen like the animated one that they did, and I really like the I guess that storyline. But yeah, I
They're
don't
going to
know.
kill it.
They're gonna probably ruin it, and
Unless
Not-
Zack Snyder does that as well. Because then they end up
Hopefully
putting
not.
so much on the floor. They don't put as much as they should in. Like, even like... How long was Infinity War in Endgame? It's like 2.5 hours.
probably pushing it. Yeah,
I feel like any
over 2.
of those big superhero films, they need to be 2 hours plus. They should be pushing 3.
Yeah,
Because there's so much info.
there's so much to get in. Yeah.
Or you have to do in parts, like they did with
Or
Infinity War
parts,
Endgame. Or at that point, you just do a TV series like Disney's doing now.
Yes,
Which,
but you'd lose a lot of the viewership. I feel.
yeah, definitely. Because then it's less... It's still cinematic, but you wouldn't have as big a budget for a TV series.
Yeah, no way.
Because
And
then you
also-
need something equal to that for 10.
Yeah.
10 different things.
And you'd have it on that platform, which not everybody would really access. Whereas, literally anyone can go to the movies.
Exactly.
And they will go to the movies to see this kind of thing because but a lot of people aren't really keen on an ongoing subscription service.
Yeah, because then
for-
you're paying as much as a movie ticket just to watch it in your lounge room.
Yeah,
Whereas this one, you go to the movies, it's an experience. You get
exactly.
popcorn.
You go with friends or you go on a night
Exactly.
out, date night, whatever, something. Yeah.
Did you see any of the trailers that have come out for some of the new Marvel Disney shows?
I haven't seen any of the ones that came out like the other day. No, I've seen like the previous ones, but
I only watched one, and that was the Loki one. It actually looks really good. It
Yeah, I
looks
need to get
on
on
par with... It looks like another Thor film, just without
Awesome.
him.
That's
like,
what I
it's
want.
filmed perfectly. There is a trailer for Falcon and Winter Soldier that's come out. So I
Okay.
need to go watch that.
key for that too.
Don't think we have anything for Hawkeye yet. That's still coming out. But then they announced that they're putting Mark Ruffalo in She-Hulk.
Okay.
And
I
then-
mean, it makes sense.
Did you watch the original Hulk films?
Yes.
So they bring back Tim Roth as well for Abomination.
Cool.
He's going to be good. So that'll actually be... I mean, I think that's the closest we're going to get to solo Hulk at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to go another
They
one.
won't go there again.
We're sick of origin story.
Yeah, I think we are.
Same way with
they,
Tom-
they know that.
Same
too.
thing with Tom Holland. We didn't see him get bit.
No.
Um,
But I mean, we've already seen it so many times. Do we really need to see it again?
maybe they'll do that for Spider-Man 3. It'll just be a simultaneous scene of them getting all bit at
Of
the
all
same
bit.
time.
Yeah,
That'd be funny.
that would be funny. That would suit if they're going for the whole multiverse thing.
Since it's a third Spider-Man movie, I want them to do that Tobey Maguire scene where he puts on the suit and he walked out. Oh, such a good scene.
It's just a meme.
It's
now,
so
isn't it?
bad that it's good.
Yeah.
Like, they don't need to change a single thing unless they make all of them do it. Like, they're all in the same
All of
tailor
them
shop
do it.
getting the suit.
The suit.
Oh,
They've got so much to do if they were. Yeah.
There is.
It's like a gold mine of content.
Because now that Marvel... I think the Marvel Sony deal's properly gone through now. Because
Yeah,
now
it
they've got
has.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Which means they've also got Deadpool. Properly.
Yes.
I'm curious to see how they do. I want to know who they cast. Because I liked the original Fantastic Four cast.
Yeah, I
but
did
the
too.
movie was bad. It was not great.
It was. I mean, at the time, I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was great.
I wonder if Chris Evans would do it again because he wouldn't have to bulk up. That was his biggest problem with Cap.
Really, is that
The
one of
size he had to
I guess,
maintain and put on.
turn-offs? Yeah,
But Human Torch is thin.
yeah,
Lanky.
that's true. I don't think he'd come back to it though, because I really think I think he said he wanted to do something else.
Yeah.
He doesn't really want to be just associated with the
Marvel.
superhero genre. in
Well, he's
general.
staying in Disney. Did you hear about his next role?
No,
They're doing a Buzz Lightyear origin story, and he's voicing Buzz Lightyear.
Ah, that's cool.
That's like, it is sick. But I'm like, he hasn't moved very
Yeah,
far, has he?
no, he hasn't gone very far. But I mean,
That's not
it
Disney,
is
is that
it is
Pixar?
different. That is Disney Pixar, same thing, isn't
So-
it?
I have no idea. Now I got to look. I don't know.
Aren't a lot of their productions Disney Pixar?
I've never seen Toy Story. Got no clue. Toy Story. It is.
Really, you haven't seen Toy Story?
Not that I can remember. Probably when I was a kid, but I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I've seen the first two.
Pixar, Disney. Okay, it is both.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. But I feel like we would go from Buzz from being Tim Allen's voice, which is kind of a bit more gruff, and we're either going even further manly or it'll just sound too high pitch.
I don't know.
I don't know. Chris Evans just looks like a dad now. He's very dad-like.
Yeah.
All right.
I like him though. I really like him.
Oh, he's sick. I get that he wants to get away from Cap, but if he suddenly came back, I would not complain.
No.
He's,
So I
he's
really
the
wanted
best.
to come back. I wish he would play him forever. But
Oh, 100%. I wish they had put him, like, during the time travel scene in Endgame, I wish that he'd ended up in, like, one of the Golden Age cap suits with the wings on the helmet.
yeah,
That would have been hilarious.
That would have been sick.
Oh, man. All right. We'll come back to the topic of Sidemen, because we keep getting on tangents. That's fine.
Wow, is this still like topic 1 or topic 2?
That's still topic. I only have, like, some, like, I have about 4 more topics that I've planned, but
Oh,
if
easy.
we're tangent, I don't care.
Yeah, sick.
Like, the camera's rolling on 54 minutes. Audio's on about 40.
Yeah, audio on 4. We've got a problem. We've got a massive
Audio's
problem.
on 4 minutes. No, it's
Alright.
fine. The next topic was, so we did favorite video. Which of the Sidemen houses was your favorite? We'll go to which one produced your favorite content and which one was a house like you think is sick.
Okay. Favorite content was probably the first one.
Yeah.
Favorite house was probably the second one.
It's the second
The
house.
second
dude,
house
oh.
was like so cool.
Did you see when Simon put the tree in?
Yeah.
That was sick. I hate Christmas, but that was sick.
That was sick. Yeah.
But the first one, I think it was good because you had that it felt like a uni house because they were all still very young.
Yeah.
Because I think Vic
That's true.
moved in, he wouldn't have been.
Vic was real young. I mean, he still is. He's still real young compared to the others.
Harry's the youngest.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the house, was
No,
he?
he wasn't. No, but he's the youngest, and then it goes Vic, then Ethan, I think.
Yeah.
Vic's what, 25?
Oh, maybe he's 25 now, yeah. What
But
did
yeah.
Harry turn the other day in the
23.
video? 23. I think no, Vic must be 24 then.
Okay. Yeah.
Again,
that
don't
makes
quote me on this. If you actually watch them and you know the answer,
sense. Yeah. Someone's just gonna come in
Um,
and recorrect you.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, the first test had that childishness, so there's them just doing stupid stuff all the
Yeah.
time. Like they had the Simon's patience test.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the ham on his head, the yogurt. There's this sound that goes off. Oh god, not fun. But then there was just them pranking each other all the time as well. But which was kind of lost in the second one because I think they all at that point you had Simon, JJ, Vic, and Josh. They're all in their mid-20s at that point.
Yep.
Ish kind of thing. But yeah, no, the second house I would live in that. The first time,
Oh yeah, there was so much room in it as well. Like
It's
so much
ridiculous.
unused space. I feel like that. I mean, I know people who are like obviously have a lot of money get these like massive houses and got so many rooms and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
But like, I wouldn't know what to do with all the rooms.
no,
I feel like I'd have to try if I had a house like that. I'd try and find a use for every single room, but I just
definitely.
couldn't because there's so much
billiards
so many
room,
rooms.
gym room, one couch in this room, one couch in another room.
Yeah, I don't know. I get to the point where I've got a 55-inch in one room and a 45-inch in the other room, and just that would be the difference between the rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Like I remember on Simon's podcast they were talking about that. Randolph would go to their house, and he was convinced he could stay there a week without them knowing.
Didn't somebody do that? It played hide and seek in this, like they hid in the Sidemen house. For how
Calix
long?
did it.
Was
He
Calix?
snuck into the house and
Hmm.
stayed there overnight.
Yeah, that's right.
And then he managed to like drop down on JJ's balcony and go in through his side door.
Yeah.
And he filmed the whole thing. And then when they all watched it, they're like, what the fuck?
How did you do?
They're
this?
like, we're upping security like right now.
Yeah.
If like one dude who's not trained in anything
Yeah.
can just go
Can
out and
just
do it,
that. Yeah.
yeah, it's fine, calm. So yeah, that was a problem. Yeah, and then they
I want to
said
go back and watch that now. Actually,
it was really good. But yeah, then they were going through and just saying, yeah, we had so many rooms, nothing to do. They had like an
Yeah.
attic with nothing in it. But apparently they had a part of the house which was next to the attic, but it had a bathroom, a kitchen, and space for a bed, so someone could literally live up there, and you'd not know.
That was a big house.
It's so big, and the rooms were so big you couldn't hear outside of the room. So honestly, that thing was more like an apartment building.
Yeah, pretty much.
The gym on the top floor was sick though.
Yeah, that was
Their staircase. I feel like that I think that would get old really quick, especially if you're trying to get furniture up there.
Yeah. Was there an elevator? I can't remember.
There was an elevator through JJ's room,
Yeah, that's right.
which was really weird. It goes from the kitchen. I think they had an underground basement. Basement, kitchen, and then JJ's room, and I'm pretty sure that was it. And that's where they just left all of his parcels. They just threw them in there and sent them up.
It sent them up.
And then they had the huge backyard still. So normally you get a huge house, you have no space outside.
Space, yeah.
Massive yard.
Yep.
Indoor pool, which is sick.
Yes.
Hot tub. I'd live in that house.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
that bad now. But to be honest, even the first Simon house, I'd probably take that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be willing to pay as much because it was still pretty small.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was good. This one was fun.
The other problem is you actually gotta find people you want to live with if you had a house like that as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
I assume you'd be sharing it with people.
Yeah.
And it's just when it comes down to it, it's like you gotta be able to put up with these people on a daily basis. So it's all well and good seeing your mates 3 times a week and you go out somewhere, but imagine living with
them. Yeah. On those days you feel like shit. There's someone there.
Yeah. There's not many when it comes down to it. It's there's not many people I'd actually be like, you know what? Yeah, I could actually.
Unless
put up
you
with you.
always keep to yourself, pretty much.
Yeah.
Depends. Yeah, depends who you get on.
I mean,
with.
in a house that big, you could easily just keep to yourself.
Oh, definitely. I think the internet bill would be ridiculous. Utilities, organizing bills
Utilities
would be
nuts.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Obviously, groceries they just all do their own shit, but trying to sort out who owes what portion of rent and gas and electricity, Jesus freaking Christ. Sorting their internet, Jesus.
Because speaking of sorting internet, Ethan still hasn't sorted his internet.
Has he not?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no, he was on freaking mobile data for the last 3 videos.
Yeah, he's still having issues.
Oh, Jesus, man. And he just keeps cutting out every single time.
So how does that happen? They're you
He's got
literally
Sidemen
you
money.
do this. Yeah, you do this for a job though.
I don't know. Unless it's just the building being stupid.
Maybe. Oh, maybe it's something you can't help. But yeah.
Yeah. Or he's legitimately done something stupid and he's broke. Who knows?
Nah, no way. Surely not. Not after the YouTube series.
Actually, yeah, he would have the YouTube series and he's still got the Gymshark deal as well.
Yeah, no. He hasn't run out of money. It's probably just some sort of building problem with the
Maintenance
internet. But it's just his whole kind of thing relies on him having an internet connection.
At the very basics.
Yeah.
You could probably get away with just using a phone as a camera, but you kind of need the internet.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know. I don't know what area it moved into, unless it was just that bad in the area.
It could just be that building.
Because I remember I was looking at, I literally was looking at internet plans before. For gigabit, you can't even get gigabit up and down on a budget anymore. You can get gigabit down for under $200 a month. But if you want gigabit up, and then the highest upload speed they offer for a business plan was 400 meg up, it's $429 a month. For gigabit up and down, $1,300.
Ouch.
Yeah, big ouch. On a regular just residential plan, it's 1,000 up, 1,000 down, and 50 up. $140.
Still not cheap.
Still not cheap, but considering
It's okay, but
again, you split that on house, actually not bad.
yeah, true.
But they're high quality. But I'm not promoting any companies. If they know who they are, they
Yes.
can reach out, sponsor, give me free internet.
And then we'll plaster your name just here.
Oh, if they give me free internet for life, I will get your company tattooed on me.
Okay.
Free internet for, dude. Do you know how
Yeah,
much money
no.
you're saving for a bit of ink?
Yeah, fair enough.
The next question on Sidemen is, out of all of them, so out of all 7, who do you think would be the least friendly?
Least
Out of-
friendly.
Least friendly in terms of both amongst them, and least friendly if you just went up to them and said hi on the street.
This one's tough.
It is very tough, because I think they all kind of have to be somewhat outgoing for what they do.
They do, but I feel like I guess day-to-day living, if you're going out and you're constantly getting harassed by people,
Yeah.
you'd come to the point where you're just like, no, please leave me alone.
Yeah.
And I actually think JJ would probably
Really?
be the worst in public. Say if you just went up to him and you were just like, it depends on what mood you get him in, I guess.
Okay, yeah, well then.
Because if he's he's got those moods where he's gassed and he's really happy to be out doing things. He's hyper and he's loving life. And then the other time you see him and he's kind of
Half asleep.
he's half asleep.
Yeah.
And you just on those kind of moods, on those kind of days, you probably wouldn't really want to approach him.
No,
because I
'cause
feel
it's
like
probably
he
waking him
would
up.
just tell you to just get lost. Which I mean is fair enough. I don't there's nothing bad about
Yeah.
that. I mean, I'm like that, and I've got nothing. I'm not getting harassed.
Yeah,
But,
thankfully.
you come up to me and you'd be like, yo, I want to have a chat to you. I'll be like, oh, please leave me alone.
Just go away, please.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Anything
I'm
but.
usually always down for a chat, but I've just got to be in the mood to be. Like, if I'm really not in the mood, I'd literally tell somebody to piss off.
100%. Because I remember there was JJ did his show when he did his album with Randolph, and they had a thing where it's like you pre-order the album, you go in a draw, you win like a meet and greet thing, and then so Simon's paid off this smaller YouTuber to go in and just harass JJ. So he's made up this whole backstory, and JJ does not go, what? I don't know. He just goes with it and starts. He's like, yeah, we met it this day. Yeah. You told me to wear this bandana. And he just keeps going, and he doesn't stop. And it's really bad. It's so funny. But it ends up being really cringy because then this guy just won't leave him alone.
Yep.
It's like, you go do your thing, you get your photo, you talk, then you leave. He then tries to come back in. He's like pushing through security.
Right.
He better gotten paid good.
I didn't see that.
No, I'll leave it. It's so...
Okay.
Oh, God.
But I still feel like in public, I feel like, say if he was on the way to the gym or something.
He would have been dealing
he's
with it the
not
longest.
gonna wanna-
Who
Who would be the friendliest?
I want to say Toby. I feel like he
Toby's-
wouldn't have, unless you've done something really bad, he wouldn't have it in him to tell you off.
Yeah.
Unless
I
you've
feel that.
straight up insulted him or something.
Or Josh.
I feel like he'd be really awkward.
Awkward, yeah, but I don't think he'd ever be like, nah, leave me alone.
Yeah, no.
I feel like he'd probably be like, oh, okay, cool.
I'd
This
put
is-
Josh in the
this
same
is
boat as
changed.
Harry. Very awkward, because I remember it'd be similar to, I was watching a interview with Daniel Radcliffe, and he was saying Rupert Grint had went on a night out and he can't say no to people, and he just ended up at someone's graduation party. I
Mad.
feel like Harry and Josh would be at that point. They just
Yeah.
end up somewhere.
End
and
up
be like,
somewhere.
Yeah, that's this now. We're there. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. Still staying on Sidemen. There's a lot of questions for this one that I was able to come
That's
up with.
fine.
Jake Paul v KSI.
Yeah.
Who you've got your money on? Actually, let me scratch that. Who will you willingly put your money on? Who do you think will win? It's two different questions.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, obviously I want KSI to win. I know he says he's still training. I know everybody's saying he's still training, and I believe he's still going to the gym, he's working out. But I'm looking at the difference between, I guess, his videos and like how you see him and his lifestyle, I guess, compared to when he was first training up for his first
Everything
fight,
was boxing.
where everything was boxing. He was fully committed. He
Yeah.
was like hyped up, really, really into it, and he looked like he was never gonna lose.
Yeah. He looked like a boxer in shape at that point.
He doesn't look like that now, and I feel
No.
like he's not even in the mindset to look like that now either.
Well, he did say it won't happen 2021 because he's got another album coming out.
Yeah.
And then he's obviously got a tour for that, which I'm pissed he's not coming here for.
Yeah.
But I feel like even though he might not be in shape physically, I feel like the skill work might still probably be there, because I think if you know you're not going to be getting on a boxing ring stage for a year, there's really no point staying shredded
I understand
until
that.
then.
I understand.
I know he definitely does his running. Apparently that's like his ritualistic thing. He does like a 5K every morning. But even then, skill-wise, even when he was in conditioned shape and boxing skill shape, it still feels very ad hoc, very random how he fights.
Yeah.
Logan's looked like a boxer. Like the way he was holding himself and throwing his punches. And then a JJ, while I'm sure he has the skill and the know-how of what he's doing, he looks more like an amateur, which is, I think, throws
Agreed.
people off. Maybe
Yeah.
that's the point. I don't know.
Maybe. But I
'Cause,
mean,
yeah.
Logan had some sort of experience in,
Yeah.
I guess, combat sports, you would call it,
Hmm.
which helped there a bit as well, I think.
He's just naturally
yeah.
athletic.
Yeah, he is. But also, like, going back to why I think, KSI, I'm not saying that he's not training and stuff and not in the right mind frame, but I guess he's kind of prioritized a lot of other things over the boxing,
Yeah.
which is the other thing that's kind of throwing me off. It's like, okay, when he started, he was really, really keen. Now he's like, I'm doing my music, I'm doing this, I've got all these other plans. And it's just like, are you still actually, like, interested in doing it, sort of thing? Like,
I'd say he's about half and half, because the first one obviously wasn't a professional fight, it was Joe Weller.
Yeah.
It was just an amateur boxing fight. But I feel like he had more to prove because of he was coming from being a lot chubbier, and then he shredded down as like, yeah, I can kick ass. And it was the first YouTube boxing event ever.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's a lot more riding on that. Then the Logan one, he was in lesser shape, funnily enough. But I feel like maybe he was a bit stronger or something. But then obviously still a really big event. And then he's done the Logan thing, the second one, which is a professional fight. So now his boxing record's 1-0 professional.
yeah.
to him, that's a win. I guess unless he has no drive to really push, because now a lot of people are kind of over the YouTube boxing thing.
Yeah.
Like he did always say he goes where doesn't go where the trend goes, but he makes the new trend.
Yeah.
Obviously, he started boxing now. Everyone wants to
Everyone's
box.
into it. Yeah.
Jake Paul's just a bit crazy now as well. He looks deranged.
Yes, he does.
Even though I'm sure he probably trains boxing more than Logan does, Logan's natural state, you'd probably guess he's a boxer before you guess Jake is,
Correct, but I actually think Jake would win.
because of that craziness.
He's got that kind of look in his eye where he's just like, I don't like this guy.
No,
But,
I will kill you.
yeah, but he will just like destroy.
Yeah, definitely.
It's kind of like just this face that he's got. It's like, I'm going to beat the living hell out of you.
Also, I don't know if it's his haircut. His head is just really long.
Yeah.
He looks like the alien from Alien vs Predator. It's just, I don't know if it's the fact that like he's got the sides and back shaved, and then he's got like this fuzz on top, and then the beard as well.
Yeah. It's an
Oh.
interesting look.
Did you watch Cartoon Network back in the day?
A little bit, not a lot.
Do you
I was
remember
a Nickelodeon kid.
Do you remember the show Courage the Cowardly Dog?
No.
Hang on, let me show you a picture. The grandpa in that show has the head shape of Jake Paul. Hang on. Courage the Cowardly Dog. But yeah, that's the thing. I would always, regardless if I know, even if I knew Jake Paul's going to win, I refuse to put money on. Like I might,
Yeah.
the bulk of my money's going on JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
there's
would
Jake
still,
Paul's
but
head.
I'm less confident. Oh, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
But then I feel like I feel like Jake might rely too much on endurance. Like I feel like he would go in, because JJ and him are both more or less in terms of YouTube boxing very experienced. Nate Robertson had 2 months.
Yep.
Deji don't even
Yeah,
go there.
just let's
Gibb,
not go there.
same thing.
Yeah.
They're both well versed. You know, they've got a record. They know what they're doing, to a degree, I guess. Maybe if you ask hardcore boxing fans, they'd say they don't.
Absolutely.
So
That's
I
a
think
fair comment to make, I
Jake
think.
now, he's only fought people who don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's giving us a false vision of he's a good boxer. If all you fought are rank 1s, and now you
Yes.
think you're a rank 10, and then you go up a rank 9, then you get
Yeah.
a reality check.
But he's also, I think it's valuable time in an actual fight as well. Whether or
Yeah,
not they're
experience.
experienced or not, it's that getting into that mindset, getting that kind of valuable experience of an actual fight, not just a spar,
Yeah.
not just,
It's different.
it's very different. And I think there's some sort of like, maybe it's like a UFC documentary, or some sort of fighting documentary I watched a snippet of. And just like the amount of, I guess, adrenaline that they try and get through their bodies for the actual fight because of how quickly everything moves and
Yeah.
how crazy it is. I feel like the more you put yourself in that environment, the more of an edge you're going to have regardless. So if JJ has kind of been out of that environment for so long,
I guess it's obviously a different stage when it's obviously a publicized TV event on a stage and boxing. But then I feel like the public eye thing and being on stage isn't new to him. So I feel like the boxing thing
not,
would come
yeah.
back quick, but he's been like, when he used to do his awkward in public stuff, like he's not unfamiliar with being in an uncomfortable,
Yes.
everyone looking at you stage, and then obviously he's touring and everything like that.
Yeah.
So maybe that bit he's kind of got down at this point. I think he's
that
just
bit I think, but I'm
he's
just
just
worried.
confident at that point.
He is, yeah, but I'm just worried he hasn't got like the fight mentality.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah.
But maybe I don't know. He's always like,
But I want him to.
Oh, definitely.
Like I want him to just get straight back into it.
I feel like the ante would kick up. So you've got the next one on that list is Logan v Floyd Mayweather, which now it's like JJ's latest video is like he wants Logan to win because then by technicality I'm the
Yes.
best boxer in the world now.
Yeah.
And then he was so essentially let's say Logan wins that, and then Logan does Logan v Jake because that was something that was being tossed around as well. If Jake then beats Logan. Then he'd be like, okay, now there's a bit more meaning behind it because at the moment it just looks like some kid who wants to fight him. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't give Jake the due respect or credibility.
No, it's like that video that he did when he went into Alex Wasabi.
Oh yeah, that kid.
I have watched that video so many times.
Oh.
It was like Fusichu or whatever versus Alex Wasabi,
It's so bad.
and JJ like narrating over the top of it, and I was like, this is a.
And then Alex, so he
what a
put out a
mess.
thing on Instagram a few days, or maybe like a week ago, and he's like, he's still into the boxing thing, and he's like, oh, this is my latest combo, and he's throwing these punches, and it looks like it's straight out of like an anime thing.
Yep.
Oh, he looks like his arms are distending from his body. It's not looking natural.
I just can't believe when he got knocked out. He's like, he's real strong.
Oh, if I'd seen Alex Wasabi versus JJ, that would have been a very short fight.
Mm.
Because even if you've got boxing skill, if you take a hit, if you accidentally take a hit to the head, and there's that much of a size difference, you're out.
Oh yeah,
Gone.
yeah, for sure.
Unless you're just some ridiculous prodigy or something.
No, it's
Did you watch the Mike Tyson fight?
I actually didn't watch it. No.
Dude, this guy was in better shape than he was in his prime. It was ridiculous. And for the life of me, I cannot remember who he was fighting. Roy...
Was it? I don't even know the result. Was it a draw?
A draw, yeah. They called it a draw. I think the guy's fighting Roy Jones Jr. So the other guy, he looked about gassed by round 2. He may as well have stopped because he pretty much had stopped running and throwing punches or anything like that.
Yeah.
Tyson was 2,000% balls to the wall, first round to the end round, and he was fighting and throwing punches probably harder than he was back in the day. He cut down so quickly and he was performing so well. Which I think that's a good send-off to his career. I don't think he'd do more.
No, probably not, but I'm kind of surprised they called it a draw. I think everyone else is surprised they called it a draw.
It might be a health thing. They don't want that to end in a knockout because if at that age, if you get knocked out, there's probably a lot more complications.
Yeah, I guess.
But I guess they could have done points.
Yeah.
Technically, they could have just,
exactly.
drew points. But I feel like...
I didn't watch the whole fight. I just watched like a couple of little recaps of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Everyone seems to think that he probably should have definitely won it. And
Yeah.
Fair
I guess it's like Logan's first fight. Maybe they'll do another exhibition match and just
Yeah.
money at that point. But I feel like Mike Tyson might want just back in the boxing scene. He probably doesn't want to
Yeah.
box, but I feel like
No.
he would coach someone or
oh, for sure.
invest.
I mean,
something
who
like that.
wouldn't want to be coached by him? as
Exactly.
well?
That's like being coached by, I think, was JJ for the last fight. He was coached by Floyd Mayweather's uncle or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Someone in the Mayweather family. Who do you think's going to win Logan v. Floyd?
Is that even a question?
But have you seen the size? Like, obviously, there's a skill gap, 100%. But then there's the size difference, height, muscle,
Technical
size.
skill. I'm
technical
talking
skill,
about.
yes.
Like-
But reach on Logan is ridiculous.
Yeah, and I know that's a big part of it. But I can't see him lose.
Unless Floyd is just that quick.
I think he is.
He's obviously very light. He's got that benefit. But I guess the thing again is if he accidentally catches a punch from Logan, and if it's a good hook, I feel like Floyd could be out.
But I feel like that could be any fight, really.
True, but I feel like if you had two people at
good
Floyd's...
one's enough to.
If
stand
Logan cut down to Floyd's weight, which would be fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Floyd
don't even think
is
he'd be
like
able to.
150 pounds, which is like just under 60 kg.
Oh, that's nuts. That's
Yeah,
way
Logan's like
lighter than
83,
me.
90.
Yeah, no, it's not happening.
Not, he would need a year and a half to do that
Yeah, for
safely, or else he wouldn't be able to perform.
But at the end of the day, you are comparing two different people from two different, I guess, weight classes and skill classes. as well.
Exactly.
So
Normally, this
it's
wouldn't happen.
it's really just a mismatch of.
I'm very confused
everything.
why it's happening.
But I still
Money.
think Mayweather's gonna. Yeah, money is what's driving it,
100%.
obviously.
Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah, but he's gonna win. I have like no doubt in this.
I don't know. I feel like I would still put money on Logan. Just because, like, just for the mere fact that all the boxing purists, if Logan wins, they're gonna be like, no, it wasn't a legit fight. It wasn't real.
Oh, it'd be good to see.
It would be so good for just
It'd be
the
definitely
YouTube scene.
interesting for sure. But yeah, no, I can't see Floyd losing.
Is Floyd retired? I don't think so.
I think technically he is.
Okay. But, oh, Jesus. And then Jake wants to fight McGregor.
Yeah, well, that's not going to go well either.
That won't go well because obviously then I don't know if McGregor would do boxing again. Because then
Probably
McGregor
not.
might be like, no, we're doing UFC.
Yeah, no,
Learn,
McGregor
bitch.
did the whole boxing thing to step it to Mayweather to see if he could destroy the,
I think he held his own
undefeated.
decently.
Oh, for sure. And I'm actually surprised. I thought he was going to win.
Mm.
I actually thought McGregor was going to win.
I think when it comes to when you swap to boxing, you have to move so much differently. Obviously, with UFC,
Yes.
you try to keep a wider stance because you can be tackled.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen in boxing.
No.
You can keep a more narrow stance. You just have to move quicker. But then, I don't know. I feel like boxing is more of an Irish thing, stereotypically.
Well, didn't McGregor started boxing.
I think so. But then when he
That's what
went
he did.
professional, it went straight to UFC.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I want to see McGregor versus Khabib again.
Oh, that would be good.
I know Khabib's like some
He's
sort
brutal.
of god. I know he's crazy. You watch him
Monster.
fight, it's like no one's ever really gonna come close. But I feel like McGregor didn't fight the way he probably could or should have
Probably
in that fight, and then Khabib's just like dismissed him now. He's like, no, I'm not fighting this guy again.
But I
It was
think-
too easy. And I mean, like, yeah, to an extent it was, but I feel like he had a lot more to give. I don't know, just that fight, something was off.
I don't know. I feel like at this point, McGregor's like, when anyone talks about UFC, they're going to know who he is. It does not
Yeah.
matter. Whereas if you go up to a random on the street, you show them a picture of McGregor, they'll be like, yeah, I've seen that dude. But then you're like, have you heard of Khabib? And they're like, who?
Yeah.
Even though he's ridiculously
He's
good.
ridiculous, yeah.
I want to see Floyd Mayweather's fight record.
My favorite fighter of the UFC is still Dustin Poirier.
I didn't watch that one, actually. Wait, against...
Oh, I mean, against anybody.
Oh,
I
just
I like
watching
him as a fighter. I like him as an
Jeez.
athlete.
I'm curious to see. I need to get back in UFC and just kind of understand it a bit more. Oh, shit.
What?
Floyd Mayweather, 50-0.
Yeah, 50-0. Yeah.
I did not know he was undefeated.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I don't see him losing.
27 wins by KO.
Yeah.
I've
Again.
seen his training footage and it's ridiculous, even
Yeah.
training. And obviously his fights are ridiculous, but Jesus. I don't know. I'd have to see. You'd think, obviously, if he's... Because this fight's in Feb, but he's got... Unless they've known about this for yonks and they've just not let it out
Is it actually
anyway.
confirmed?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it is 100%
Feb.
confirmed.
Maybe not the day, but Feb.
Okay.
Oh,
So I thought it was just like
the
some sort of random news sources saying it's confirmed.
the thing
but
is,
not
they've only
actually confirmed.
announced it now,
Yeah.
but Logan's been calling him out for months.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But I remember them saying to book a venue that you do have to be a solid like a year in advance because they're always booked for these massive matches and stuff. So it makes me wonder, have they known about that they wanted to do this for like 2 years and now they're only announcing it now to get it hyped?
I don't know. Or they didn't want to announce it because of like COVID. Maybe it was going to get cancelled.
Yeah.
Maybe they're worried about that. With like ticket refunds, just a nightmare
That's
to
true.
deal with. So maybe now that they're like sure it's going to go ahead,
Yeah, that's fair.
possibly.
But then I think would Floyd now be in his practice? Would he just be sparring against 6'2" dudes? Like, would he have to
probably.
start practicing against bigger opponents?
I'd say so.
Would Tyson coach Floyd? That'd be a sick matchup.
I don't know if you'd need to at this point because they're both champions in their own respect, like in their own right. I don't know if you'd actually.
Mike Tyson record, because he wasn't undefeated. I don't think.
No.
Mike Tyson boxing record. 50-6.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, so he's better than Mike Tyson as well. Christ.
Well, I just mean it just hasn't lost.
Yeah, that's true. That's ridiculous. Different weight class as well, because Tyson was heavyweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an unorthodox fight. Just
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that
it's-
would never ever happen. Even if they were both pro
No.
box, it's just not going to ever
Would
happen.
not happen.
Even
No.
if Logan was 50-0 in a
Yeah.
heavyweight. No. Okay, so that rounds out our, I guess, YouTube Sidemen category. We're going to move on to Christmas. Just
Alright.
because we're in the season.
Fair enough.
Are you a Christmas person? How heavy do you go into the festives?
Ooh, this is a good question. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, okay.
Because I really enjoy Christmas. Last couple of years, just
so
because of how busy everything's been,
Yeah.
and I guess my lifestyle's really changed a lot. Christmas has kind of snuck up on me, and I've kind of just like,
Oh, yeah, it's just there.
yeah, it's gone and passed, but like afterwards, I'm always just like, I should have done more, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But as a kid or growing up, and up until like the last couple of years, I was really big on Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do the actually, it might probably different in your household, but we'll get to that in a minute. But I guess you would do the stockings, you do the tree, decorate the
Yeah,
house.
the tree was probably like one of my favorite things
Do you
to
put
do.
lights on the house?
Put
Nope.
lights?
On the house, or usually, or no?
No, not really, because
Or was it just a
I mean,
pain to do?
we used to. It's just it's a pain.
Yeah.
The way our house is, kind of thing. We usually just put them like around the trees in the front yard,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
That makes sense.
But yeah, I used to love doing the tree. We had this like tradition where I'd set up a train set underneath the tree every year,
That's actually sick.
which is really cool.
That-
I don't do that anymore. It's just it's a lot of effort, I guess. But
I would love to get back into model trains, but legitimate model trains. They
Yeah.
are actually dope.
yes.
Okay. So I can see that.
I do presents sort of thing. I love receiving gifts. Like,
Mm.
well, I also giving gifts obviously as well. But like,
But
yeah,
specifically
it's easy
Christmas
now
gifts.
at our age group. It's just give money, give a card,
Yeah.
give a gift card. But I really like the idea of gifts because I think it's really personal. It
Hmm.
means that getting a good gift means you know somebody really really well, and
There's
it's
thought behind
and
it.
it's nice to know that somebody knows you that well as well
Yeah.
to get you something that you really appreciate. So I'm a big fan of gifts.
Okay. No, that's
And
good.
now it's like the time to do it. So
Oh, definitely. But I think finding the time to get out of the house.
yeah,
It's still
that's
ridiculous.
that, yeah.
What's different with? Does the Greek culture celebrate Christmas differently?
No, it's
Not as much as Easter.
no. Easter sometimes is different in terms of, I guess, the traditional stuff, but also
Yeah.
like the time frame. Christmas is
the
pretty much
same?
the same. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, apart from everyone goes and sees family on Christmas and stuff, but a lot of the time we're going to like 3 different households throughout the
Oh,
day.
then it's like
sort
a
of thing.
full
Yeah.
on day.
Yeah, because like everybody wants to do their own Christmas thing, but like obviously not everyone knows everyone, so you can't have everybody in the one place.
You
So
can split
often we find that we're traveling around, sort of thing.
Hmm.
But my family, just the 4 of us, we do kind of do like a Christmas Eve sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So that's our kind of more personal, intimate
And then Christmas Day
Christmas
is
celebration,
extended.
and then Christmas Day is extended family. Yeah.
That makes sense. Does the food change at all with Greek culture, or is it more or less you have like a ham or a turkey or something?
Well, we generally do like a lamb on the spit
Lamb?
sort of
Okay.
thing. Yeah, or like
makes sense.
some chicken as well. It's that's
More or
pretty
less
much
the same.
Yeah. More or less the same,
Okay.
just go slightly different, I guess. But yeah.
That makes sense. What would be? Oh, how do I put this? What would be one tradition you would change for Christmas that you not both in terms of like what's normal, like what if when someone says Christmas traditions, what you'd change out of those, one you'd change within your household, and then one you'd bring back that you haven't done in a while.
Okay, so bring back, I'd definitely do another train set.
Does it? Yeah,
One of the
because now you
three,
get a sick
for
one.
sure. Yeah. What would I change? That's a tough. I don't know. I don't know what I change. I'm pretty.
Nothing you're not a fan of
Pretty happy with
stereotypical
it.
Christmas.
Nah, not really.
Not the weather. Would you prefer a white Christmas or do you prefer a
Ooh,
40-degree Christmas day?
That one's hard because I'm
Have you had Christmas in snow before?
once.
Once, okay.
Yeah. I really appreciated that Christmas because it was just the
'Cause
four of
it's
us.
so
We
different.
went overseas.
Oh, okay.
We were in England.
England. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
stayed in London.
100%.
So that was like really different because obviously we're never going to get a white Christmas here, and
Yeah.
I guess there were no pressures of having to go visit so many people and do all
It's
these
more
things
relaxed.
for Christmas because it was literally just the 4 of us and we were on holiday, so there was like no expectations. It was a really nice Christmas.
Mm.
But yeah, I guess I'm kind of a person with, in terms of weather, I prefer really cold or really hot.
Yeah, like
Nothing
muggy
in
in between. Yeah.
You know,
I'm 100%.
I don't like 18 and humid and
Fuck.
this kind of like piss farting around in the middle sort of thing.
Mm.
It's hot, so we can enjoy it outside, or
do it
like
properly.
cool down like in a pool or something, whatever. Or cold, we all rug up, sit next to a fire or whatever. You know, it's got to be one of the two.
Nothing. Yeah, okay. That makes
Nothing
sense.
in between,
You can't
so-
half-ass Christmas at that point. No,
Nah.
that makes sense.
So I don't know if there's anything I don't really know what I'd change, to be honest. There's,
No, not even within your own sort of family Christmas, something you're not a fan of or something you'd like to do differently?
No, I mean actually, another thing I'd probably bring back is I would want another Santa photo.
No, oh, as in going to the shops?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, with my sister.
Do you think you'd just get weird looks now if you did it?
Oh, for sure. It's like probably not appropriate at all, but that'd be nice. I think that'd be nice for mum because mum's got like heaps of them
Just
throughout
a whole
the years,
album.
and then there's like a point where it's just stopped, and I feel like it'd be kind of nice to have another one.
That'd be an interesting Christmas gift. You just go in with, bring a bag of different outfits
Yeah.
and just recreate the ones. Get it as close an outfit as you can to like when you were like 5 or whatever.
Yeah.
You and Eve, that would actually make a sick little
boy.
photo album. And I guess on top of Christmas, we'll go to New Year's. Are you big on New Year's resolutions?
No,
No. As
No.
in you don't like doing them yourself or you don't like them at all?
I'm not one to judge other people for doing it. I think it's great, people set out their goals and that they want to achieve. But for me, that doesn't happen at New Year's. That happens
That's all the time.
all the time. I'll get to a point where I'm just like, I need a new set of goals, or I need to reassess, or I need to achieve something. How do I go about doing it? And that's like a constant cycle for me. That's at every point in the year. It doesn't change just because it's New Year's. I don't believe in the whole New Year, New Me kind of thing. It's like, nah, you don't start it. You don't wait to start it. You start it now because you want to do it, sort of thing. So
That makes sense.
I mean, if it's an excuse for people to actually get into gear and start doing
If it
things,
actually does.
then good for
progress,
them.
yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like a lot of the time it's not. So
Kind of in between, yeah.
that's why I'm not really big on it. But me personally, I'll go out and I'll set my own goals and
Yeah.
I'll try and achieve them at any point.
Okay.
So
So at that, I guess, have you always been like that?
yes, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that kind of renders my next question out. I was going to be asked, what was your most outrageous resolution you ever made, or that you can be aware of?
Okay, it's not a New Year's resolution, but I guess.
Okay,
it's,
yeah, we could just go goals in general.
A resolution, I guess.
Yeah.
One time I was asked at a work party, I'm like, what? Everyone was going around in a circle because we're introducing ourselves for the new team members, and we're just like, one of the questions was, what do you hope to achieve by the end of the year?
Okay.
And everyone was going around, they're just the usual stuff kind of thing. And for some reason, I couldn't think of anything, and I was like, "Oh, let's joke a bit, I guess." And I was like, "I really want a TA22 Celica by the end of the year," as a meme, because like I did want one, but logistically it was going to be quite difficult to get one with the amount of cars we had at our house and just space requirements and stuff. But I was like, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if I actually achieved this?" I did,
Yeah, I mean, you
which was pretty
smashed that
ridiculous.
one.
Which was pretty ridiculous because
is it just a rare vehicle? Or is it just
it's
expensive?
an impractical.
Okay.
Practical, I guess. It's a 1972 Toyota.
Now that you've got it and you've driven it, obviously you've spent some time with it. If you went back to that day when you said you were going to do that, would you still say that?
Oh yeah, I would. I
You
mean,
would?
I,
Okay,
I'm,
so you
I'm
don't
glad I
regret
got.
buying it?
No, I don't regret buying
Okay.
it. It's pretty ridiculous that I did end up buying it.
Yeah.
I guess because I didn't at that time when I said it as a joke. I didn't actually expect it to happen. But it did,
Yeah.
and which is really cool. Like that's kind of like a ridiculous resolution that I made
Cool.
happen.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's my phone going off. Give me 1 sec. Hello. Oh, okay. Give me 1 sec. All right. Unorthodox podcast formality. I'll be back in a sec.
Fair enough.
Chat shit.
Oh, I gotta chat to myself.
Yes.
Or to all of you. How many people do we have watching this? I actually don't know. Yeah. All right. Well, while we're here, what's if there's a comment section on the platform or whatever you're watching, what's your favorite apple juice? Let's go with that. I've asked the viewers what's their favorite apple juice to leave it in the comments of whatever
Sure.
platform they're on. Yeah,
What breed of apple juice
Yeah.
is your favorite?
that's a
Okay.
one. That's my special question.
All right, then we're going to change tradition as well. If you were to make, we'll go with 2. If you're going to make 2 goals, and it's not New Year's yet, so it's fine. So if you're going to make 2 goals for the next year, what do you think? What area would you be looking at? What are you hoping to achieve, or change, or do?
Achievable within the next year? That's a good question. At the moment, I'm really set on finishing my uni degree, which has taken me longer than I expected, but life happens, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I've done a lot of other things that I never thought I would do. In the meantime, which is good, which I'm thankful for. But yeah, I guess really knuckling down and actually finishing my uni degree is a personal goal that I want to achieve. And for a while, I struggled with whether or not I actually do want to finish it.
Yeah.
But I figured that it is actually
That's
something
how
I
you
want to
wanna
achieve.
go. Okay.
Yeah. So really getting stuck into that and pretty much finishing it by the end of the next year, I guess, or being close.
That'd
to.
wrap up like October-ish, wouldn't it? Yeah.
And yeah, what else? I guess the other thing would probably be doing more things for myself, I guess, because a lot of the time I find I'm often out running a lot of errands for a lot of other people, which I enjoy doing. I enjoy helping people out, kind of thing. But especially recently with with work ramping up around Christmas time, I really find that I don't have a lot of time for myself. I don't do a lot of things for myself, like my own projects, my own hobbies, kind of thing. I mean, I enjoy doing things with friends.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I am constantly out of the house, hanging out with the mates and stuff. But I feel like sometimes I neglect to take some sort of personal time.
You barely get
to
more
do
than
something on my own.
a day in a row just for
Yeah,
you
for
to
just
do
for me.
whatever.
So I take some more time just for me.
Okay.
I think.
I like that. That works. Then I had one other. I've got a bunch of just random questions now. What is something you'd spend a strange amount of money on in your own? So if you have your own house, and I'm not talking about a TV because that's like tech or anything like that. It's just some weird household item that you think you would spend a strangely large amount of money on.
What's strangely large?
More than what the item normally costs. So if it's a pair of kitchen tongs, pretty much anything more than $50 is a bit unusually large for a
Okay,
pair
yeah.
of tongs.
So we're talking like appliances.
Appliances, kitchen, it could be a table, couch, painting on the wall,
Okay.
bin.
A bit. For a table, I don't know if you've seen them before or something, but it's like you can make coffee tables out of like engine blocks.
I have
like
seen-
the head of
yeah.
an engine, yeah, something like that. Although I probably wouldn't spend money on like buying one. I'd probably try and make one in that respect.
Okay.
But I mean, it would cost money to actually get an engine to do so. So I
That's true.
feel like it'd be a fairly expensive and I guess odd. thing
Having an engine
to
in the middle
have,
of your coffee
yeah.
table. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure my partner would not be happy with it at all.
Put a tablecloth over it when company comes over.
Yeah. And something else.
Lamp.
A lamp. Actually, I don't have a lamp
You,
at all.
You don't have any lamps.
No, I used to, but like I don't have any lamps.
You just so in your room you just turn on like the.
The ceiling
Ceiling.
light.
Do you have a switch next to your bed?
No, it's at the other end of my room. So I have to get up every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't get a lamp in that case.
No.
Get a
What's that system where you can like clap or tell something to change lights?
You can get those. Those are like as seen on TV products, but literally that's a Kogan. I don't know if anyone can see. There's a light bulb there. It's a Kogan smart bulb. It's about $12, and it's just smartphone controlled.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
So the switch is always on, but you can turn the bulb off.
you can turn it off like
change
that.
your color,
Change the
change
colour,
your brightness.
Okay,
make it
well
dim.
that's not an exorbitant amount of money. Though.
No.
It's just
I
something.
mean, light bulbs
would-
are $12 normally anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
I would also really want to, I guess, decorate a room, but like with all the collectible stuff I have.
so like
So I've got a bit.
Yeah.
I generally tend to collect things that I'm really interested in, but I've got so much of it, and it's just a lot of the time it just sits in storage. I really like to display it, so I would, if I had my own house, have a room just to display something.
Just for comic, game, and movie collectibles,
Yeah,
crap like that.
something like that, or
Captain
like have
America
like a
shield on the wall.
wall of pop vinyls, or like a
That'd be
wall
dope.
full of like my bows and all these other
The
random,
bows would be sick.
random weapons I've got, or I don't know, who knows. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But that's pretty much
Enjoy
it. In
that,
terms,
yeah.
I'd probably leave the rest of the design to somebody else because I have no idea what I'm doing.
No, that's fair enough. There
Yeah.
is a bayonet behind you on that shelf.
Where?
On this side. Up on the top, in the corner.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah.
I'll
So
have
pretty
a look
much
at
you
that
want a
later.
room of these kind of things, the figurines and game collectors.
Yeah, pretty much
editions and-
like what you've got here, but I've got way more
Yeah, you've
to
got
display.
The
I mean, I'd
only-
rotate. I'd have it forever changing.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so
'Cause,
it'd be
I
like,
mean,
it'd
I
be like a store
I
shelf.
already do that in my room. Like I've got
Change
some
the-
stuff up, and it'll every couple of months or whatever, I'll change
Swap
it
it
up
out.
depending on what I'm interested in,
Okay.
and it'll kind of just cycle back through.
What's the most expensive collectible you've got, do you think? Literally any collectible. Not the car.
It could be it could be the Arrow Season 1 Island replica bow.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that you guys got me for my birthday. I think it was my 21st.
Yeah.
That was really. I assume it was expensive. That was really good. I don't know.
I'm
'cause
pretty sure it was a lot.
It
yeah.
was split between a few people.
Yeah.
But, I think the actual
That is
price
dope.
of that was a lot. Because
Is that functional?
Yes, it is functional.
Shit.
It does have PVC limbs, which, I mean, are apparently perfectly fine.
Mm.
I don't know how much I trust that, but they are.
But real
they are fine.
bowstring and everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, shit.
And the rise is fine as well. It's based off an actual bow, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is functional, although I probably wouldn't want to shoot it.
Yeah, that's fair. Unless you get a second one. I guess.
Yeah,
Display one, functional one.
That was handmade, so I assume that was pretty expensive.
Yeah. Are the limbs removable?
Yes.
So you could stick on your own if you wanted.
So
if you
I
found
believe
some
I
guy
could. As long
making-
the same limb bolt, yeah, should be fine.
Interesting. So you could look on Etsy, see if someone's making legitimate Arrow
I mean,
Season 1 limbs.
I could almost probably use the ones I've got on my Samick Sage
Yeah.
anyway.
No, I was just saying if you wanted ones that looked authentic,
Oh,
kind of thing,
yeah.
and then just swap them out for actual limbs.
Well, the ones that are currently on the bow and the ones that are actually in the show, the limbs are pretty standard limbs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's not too much special going on about it. It's all in the actual riser itself.
The
in
riser
the
looks
handle.
more
Yeah.
antique-y.
Yeah, so that's like made of wood, and somebody's gone through and like with like I don't know, like a soldering iron or like something, and actually like engraved like symbols in it,
Oh, that's actually
like
sick.
like it was in the show sort of thing.
Okay.
And it's got like all the proper like leather tape, and it's got like the brass like knuckle handle on the front.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
That's actually sick.
the one that he snapped in like episode. Well, he didn't snap it. Merlin snapped it.
And that's when he swapped to a... What did he swap to after that?
After that, he picked up the longbow which Yao Fei had
Okay,
on the
yeah.
island that he kept, which was Yao Fei then Shadow's bow, and then in the last couple of episodes, I think he fought with that.
Did we ever figure out how the hell he, like, obviously he stuck all of this in that chest.
Mm.
How did he get the chest from the island to the mainland thing without anyone X-raying it?
On the boat, I assume, and then he just took it to his house and kept it under the bed. I don't know.
But then we find out later that obviously you find out all the stuff he's done on the island since, and technically he didn't go straight back.
No.
And then you find out the long hair was a wig.
Yes.
Did no one, no one picked that he just one day said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get a haircut," and then someone turned around and looked back and he had short hair.
Short hair. I mean,
There's
I
like
don't
just
think, I don't
strange
think
continuity
I don't
things.
think you'd really question it. He came back. He kind of led on that he was damaged and
Yeah.
crazy and all sorts of things. And I assume that he's smart. You know, he's smart enough and trained enough to get a moment to himself where he would probably just
I cut my hair.
ditch it.
Yeah. Okay. Huh. Well, there's that. Okay. Now is the section where I tortured Greg with this, and we move on to. I've got 2 questions here, and then we go on to Reddit to find more, and these are just unpopular opinions.
Okay.
And the first one I know is the only reason I'm asking it is because it's you.
Yep. There we
Milk
go.
with cereal.
Why? No. No
Why?
milk
I
with
don't
cereal.
get why.
I guess it depends on the type of cereal you have. Maybe. I don't know. I would always have Nutri-Grain.
Yeah.
And I was quite happy, quite content with Nutri-Grain on its own.
Would you still eat it with a spoon, or would you just eat it like chips?
No, I eat it with a spoon. I mean, I can eat it with chips as like a snack if
Yeah.
we're on like Discord playing games or something. But I would eat it with a spoon, but no milk.
Why would you have?
Where if it's something like Weet-Bix, you need the milk because
Yeah.
they're just ridiculously dry on their
Yeah,
own.
it's just dirt.
But something that's like really kind of sugary and sweet already, I feel like it probably doesn't need it.
Yeah, but then it still gets really dry.
And also, then you got like the milk at the end, and it's just messy because you got to like drink it out of the bowl. Or put it in a
Yeah,
cup
that's the
or-
best bit, especially if it's Cocoa Pops. You get chocolate milk.
Yeah, I mean Cocoa Pops, yeah, okay.
But then you've got like, have you had Crispix?
No, I haven't.
Oh, I'm trying to think what else. Crunchy Nut?
I haven't had many cereals to be honest with you. That's probably why.
That makes sense.
That's
then.
why it's like
okay.
this. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go on to Reddit then.
Everybody now watching this is going to be like, "Who have you got on this podcast? Why does he?"
Oh
not
yeah,
eat
I'm gonna clip
cereal
this. It's
with
gonna be
milk?"
great.
Yeah, I'm just crazy.
Okay, so we'll go posts. Controversial posts of all time. It automatically did that. It's annoying though because we have to scroll for so long through these because so many of them are just don't touch those with a 10-foot pole.
Yep, fair enough.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Rage quitting should be praised. While rage quitting does imply that you got mad at something like a video game, it should be praised. Someone is losing so much at a game that they just leave instead of entering a sunk cost type situation. They leave. It helps a lot of people stop playing after a certain point when the game stops being fun.
No, don't bitch it.
All right, yeah, I can be well with that. Rage.
No, it's just if you rage quit, like okay, it's a compliment to the person who's beating you, kind of thing. Yeah, sure. But you should stick it out because, or one, you've committed to playing that game. You should see it through. It's something you should just do is out of respect or something. I don't know. But I just feel like quitting would just be giving up anyway.
Yeah.
Like even if you continue to get smashed, I feel like you'd probably learn more than if you just left.
Yeah, that's fair. I can do that. Oh, this one's interesting. Oh god, that's a long. I'm not reading the whole. There's like 7 paragraphs of explanation. Just because the rich earn a lot of money doesn't mean they're entitled to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of
that's
depends
fair.
how rich you're talking at that point.
Circumstantially.
Yeah, like Jeff Bezos. No, fuck off. Well, his net worth is like 20 billion.
There are people that earn it.
Yeah.
Genuinely earn it, and it's like, yeah, fair enough. You're smart enough to get to where you are. You worked hard enough to get to where you are. It's people that like inherit it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like
Born into money.
I mean, yeah, cool. Your parents or whoever
Did something.
worked for it, but like, I guess, and it's always going to be hard to kind of gauge whether they earned it or not. And really, it's not up to us.
Yeah.
But if I was in that position, I would want to feel like I had earned it.
Or else then
sort of
life
thing.
becomes
I'd
too
wanna,
easy.
Yeah, I'd want to do something to just be like, no, I didn't just get given it. So
Exactly.
I did something.
You put in the hard miles for it.
Yeah.
It makes sense to have it.
Yeah, but I
think-
mean,
yeah.
it's always going to vary depending on like who's looking. Everyone's got their different opinions, and it's easy for us to sit out here and just go, that person didn't earn it. We don't know who they are. We don't know what they've done.
Exactly. And I
You
think if you're born into money, then it depends on the parents as well to make sure you know you can't just have money for the sake of having money.
Yeah, Yeah, it's so circumstantial. I really don't know, but you could probably assume that some people don't deserve.
Yeah. I think,
Some people haven't earned it.
I don't
you know?
even think I couldn't even think of a use of more than maybe 1 to 2 mil a year salary
then it
after
just-
100 million a year. Like, what are you doing with that?
What are you doing with it exactly?
It's just sitting there collecting dust.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got everything you've ever wanted, like what then?
Like, Elon Musk makes sense. He's doing like life-changing research and getting us to other planets,
Well,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Do something like that.
Jeff Bezos owns Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't think the upkeep needs $20 billion.
Probably not.
I think it could probably upkeep itself. All right. No, that's boring. That's actually kind of funny. If a business can take money out of my account in under 2 minutes, they should be able to refund it in the same amount of time.
Yeah, 100%.
That's so.
Yeah,
holy
that
crap.
is fantastic.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we've charged you in 30 seconds, but we're going to take 7 to 10 business days to get it back to you.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
No.
Give me my money back.
Yeah, exactly.
Such a long process. What's the,
I mean, I know what it is. It's like they've taken that money and they've probably already spent it.
yeah,
So it takes time to, I guess, reaccumulate it and then give it back. I mean, banks do the same thing.
yeah,
When you deposit money, that money isn't just sitting there in an account for you. They're actually using that money to invest.
Invest.
In this,
Yeah.
that, or give it to somebody else. That figure, that placeholder value is there. And I mean, with banks, it's kind of different because it's your money. You have to be able to access it. But in terms of like businesses, I'm sure they haven't got that exact same $6.
It's already
that you
gone,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
it's somewhere else. They got to wait. Now we got to sell enough of these before we can refund you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This one's interesting. What is one thing you have never tried and have no desire to ever try?
Ooh.
Literally, it could be an activity, could be a food, could be a movie, could be a book, stuff like that.
Yeah. That's a tough one because I feel like while I'm like, say, well, I don't know, in terms of like eating, I am a fussy eater, but I will try everything at least once. Activity. I have a fear of like falling. Not
skydiving's out.
heights.
Oh, not heights.
Not heights itself. Like I can be up high in some sort of, as long as there's no option to fall,
Okay.
I will be fine. It's when there's an option to fall, I'm like,
So
ooh.
standing on the top of the Burj Khalifa is probably not for you.
Yeah, probably not. But at the same time, I feel like I'd probably try it. Like say skydiving, like I probably would
Really?
try it, even though it's like a really big fear.
It's a
of mine.
controlled risk.
Yeah,
As opposed to
I
just
would-
standing on the top of the Sydney Harbour
Yeah.
Bridge with nothing.
I'd never try like. I don't know. I probably wouldn't try like base jumping or something.
But that's a bit ridiculous. Because you don't have anyone with you.
Yeah.
That's what you do after you know what you're doing with skydiving. You're like, yeah, let me chuck on a wingsuit and just.
Yeah, no, I
Fuck
probably,
shit up.
wouldn't do that.
Top comments are potholing, which is exploring underground caves through tiny gaps you have to squeeze through.
Nah, not keen.
Hell no.
Nope.
That's going to end up as 127 hours.
Yeah, no, not happening.
Anything else that's interesting? No. There's just a lot of comments on that saying how he's going to die.
Yep.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. Scat play. No. Let's see if there's one more interesting one that's not that gross. Swimming under the ice of a lake.
No, that's just
No,
dangerous.
unless it's thin enough to break, because that would look cool.
But how would you know?
Before you go into the lake, you probably just punch the ice.
Yeah, but it's not going to be consistent throughout the whole lake.
Actually, that's true. Yeah. Which would, closer to the shore, would be thicker. As you get to more depth, surely it'd be thinner. No.
I actually don't know how this would work in terms of.
But I guess if it's
Thermodynamics.
if it's thick enough, if it's strong enough to stand on, it's probably too thick to punch. I think
Probably.
that's fair. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. You're a hitman that only kills someone at their most inconvenient moment. At what moment do you strike?
Is there really a convenient time to die?
I guess if you were sleeping, you didn't notice.
I guess.
I think sleeping with carbon monoxide poisoning would probably be I don't know what carbon monoxide would do. As long as you don't wake up, I feel
No, you
like
just
that would
wouldn't
be
wake
fine.
up.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be a decent way to go.
Be,
Because that's not like the conventional, do you drown them? Do you burn them? They're all horrible. I just realized it took me off the subreddit. Not even unpopular opinions anymore.
I don't know about that one.
I feel like on the toilet's pretty rude.
Yeah, that is. I was thinking that too. But.
No, that's not even touching that. No. Don't even know what that means. Um. You should be fired if you talk about church at work.
No.
Yeah, and that's a bit much.
Yeah.
That's taking that too far. God, no, not touching that either. Oh God, that's unpopular opinion. I like babies on airplanes. No.
No one does.
The title sums it up. I get excited when I see. Okay, they just like kids at this point. Just get out. No.
Okay. That's all well and good until you're on a 14-hour flight to Dubai with a kid screaming in your ear.
Yeah, that's. The kid's worse than being near the bathroom and then hearing it flush like every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I take that.
For sure. Yeah.
That's fine.
I mean, and look, I like kids. I just don't like them screaming in my ear when I can't like get away from it.
Yeah, it's when that happens, the parent realizes, we made a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, this is bad. So we had one with Greg last week where someone's like, I like sand in the bed.
Yeah, I did see that. and I'm
This
like,
one is,
what?
I love showering with socks. I can't think of anything worse.
No.
The
No,
warm,
no,
wet,
no.
comforting texture cuddling your feet is just so fulfilling and wholesome.
You need to see a doctor.
They chemical castration. No.
Showering with. No.
That's just a safety issue.
just-
You just got to fall over.
It's just weird.
Okay, no, I disagree with this one. I know you will too. Star Wars needs a reboot.
No.
Absolutely not. Hasn't even finished yet.
They kind of tried that already.
Did not work.
But yeah, no, it didn't.
I mean, we liked it, but they don't do it again.
Nope.
Ooh, okay. I know you like potatoes.
Yes, I like potatoes.
Mashed potatoes taste bad and look bad.
No.
Yeah, mashed potatoes are fucking great. They just said mashed potatoes just look horrible. That's their explanation.
No.
I can understand like, if you didn't know it was mashed potatoes and you just saw slop on a plate. Depends how it's made. Do you like it with chunks or without? Do you like it perfectly smooth?
No, I actually like
Chunks
Yeah.
are so good. If it's too smooth, then it feels like something
Then
wrong.
then it's a bit odd, I guess.
It's like a
but-
slime.
Yeah, no, but how could you have a problem with potatoes?
I don't get it. Potatoes are amazing.
Yeah.
They literally go with anything.
Yeah.
I feel like you could eat them for breakfast as a breakfast food.
I'm pretty sure I have eaten them for breakfast.
Oh yeah, definitely. No. All of these are either sexist, racist, political, religious, or flat earthers.
Isn't that what most of the internet really is?
Unfortunately, yes. Where do you stand on flat earth? There's a clip.
It's just
Have you heard? Like,
face palm.
have you read into something? Like, it's actually kind of entertaining to read. And watch
It is
stuff about.
entertaining to read because it's just
It's weird though, because some of it, I can see where they're coming from and why that would make sense.
yeah, like a lot of people go to a lot of effort to make up something, and then the way they portray it and the way they say it, you're just like, okay, I can see why this would make sense, but also it doesn't because
The thing I don't get is if you were to stand tall enough in the middle of a field, you can see the curvature of the Earth.
Yeah.
If you're high up enough, you can see the Earth drop off.
yes,
But then I think one of them was like, it's a plate going through space, and we're on this surface, and it's going like that, and that's gravity. And then as you walk towards the edge, it's like you're walking up a steeper hill, and that's gravity pulling you back towards the center of the plate. And then if you get to the end, you're essentially, so if that's the plate, you're essentially just standing on the edge of Earth, and it's just a massive, thick disc. No.
then why haven't you got there?
Yeah, exactly. Jesus.
Where's the? No,
Just climb, man.
just no.
I'm fine with most of the reasoning until they get to all the space stuff.
I don't know,
Then they're
it's
like,
just-
nah, fake, hoax.
yeah,
they
they're just
planned
like,
it.
we have been to space. It's very obvious.
We're still there.
Yeah,
Where are these people going?
we know what the Earth looks like. We've been up there. We've seen it. It's
People need help. No. All right, we'll get one more. Ooh, okay. We both disagree on this one. Thor Ragnarok is a stupid and terrible movie.
Who said that?
Uh,
Was it Nude Master 69?
they deleted their account.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I thought.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't get what you could have wrong with it.
It's probably like my favorite Marvel movie ever, to be
Oh,
honest
it's
with you.
so good. It's Chris Hemsworth though.
Yeah.
It's just him. He's just
He's
so
brilliant. He's brilliant. I mean, everybody doesn't like the first two Thors, especially the second one. I actually
Second
didn't
one was
mind
Dark
them.
World?
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I actually didn't mind them, me personally. I thought they were alright.
First one was better, I say.
I actually liked Dark World as well.
Dark World was good. It wasn't bad. Absolutely not.
Yeah, some people say it's like the worst Marvel movie. I'm like, you know what? No.
I'm trying to think what would be
It's
the
not.
worst.
But Thor is a character, and Chris Hemsworth
He
as
does it
Thor is just-
perfectly.
you can't beat it.
I missed the long hair though. It actually really looked
Yeah.
decent on him.
Yeah, it did.
Trying to think what would be classified as a bad Marvel movie. Well, you'd end up picking something from like 2005,
Yeah,
like the first Hulk movie or something.
that was probably my least favorite.
Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire.
I didn't hate
I didn't
it.
like the
I
first
didn't-
one.
I mean, it was okay.
That's Green Goblin, then you had Doc Ock, then you had Venom.
That's from a different era though.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
A lot of people didn't like Iron Man 3. I liked Iron Man 3. I mean, it
That the
it
one-
wasn't better than 2 or 1, but
That the one where he's in the
Alright.
farmhouse with the kid?
yeah.
I think that's the only one I haven't seen.
Oh, okay.
I've seen 1 and 2.
I mean, you could probably skip it, but I didn't like hate the movie. So
Yeah, okay.
like it was alright.
Does the kid play? I thought the kid had some kind of a role.
Nah, not really. He's kind of.
He was at the funeral, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else there was.
I think everybody just didn't like how they did the Mandarin in that movie.
Yeah,
They kind of made him into like a joke. And I
because
was
now
like,
they have to refix that with Shang-Chi.
yeah, well, at the time they probably didn't think they were going to explore any of that.
They
so
weren't
it
didn't
would
think
have
they'd
been
get
fine.
that big.
But I actually thought the whole Mandarin joke was funny.
Perfect actor for that.
Yeah,
Oh, he's so
I think
good.
the way it was really good because it was like the Mandarin was supposed to be this scary character, and they just
memed him,
yeah,
put him out like that.
but that kind of suits the whole Iron Man flavor, I guess.
Yeah, he's arrogant.
Yeah,
And that's the point.
and he does poke fun of people, and I think that movie poked fun of the character of the Mandarin, and I was like, yeah, no,
100%.
this works.
That actually begs the question though, because Robert Downey Jr. is like the perfect Iron Man.
Yep.
Do you think? Because obviously that's just the way that things go. Do you think in like 20 years? Do you think they'll reboot it with someone else?
Yes, they will.
I can't. Obviously, probably that actor probably doesn't exist yet.
No.
Or-
They will reboot it, and it'll be fine because it'll be new generation, new set of everything.
as long as they don't try and repeat the movies. As long if it's a different
No.
story with Iron Man, it'll probably
and it will be.
yeah.
There's no way they're gonna do the same thing. I mean, like, how many times have we had reboot of I don't know Spider-Man?
Yeah,
There's been heaps. you
that's true.
I guess they were kind of closer together, to be fair, but
They managed to, I guess, use it. I guess now that
Yeah.
we're probably getting some kind of a. Well,
Or
we
if
have
you-
the Spider Verse.
yeah, exactly. Or if you look at like the Flash TV show from like the 80s or whatever,
God,
it
that
was,
was- Cringily good.
yes, but at the time it's fine.
Yeah.
And like at the time probably people were like, oh, you can't see anybody else as the Flash.
Mm.
And then you've got jump to 2020 and you got
Three.
Grant Gustin.
Yeah.
I'm just only going to count Grant Gustin.
Yeah, he's the.
he's
good.
kind of like the iconic Flash now, I guess,
Yeah.
of this time. And in 20 years, it'll be different again, but it'll be fine because no one will really look back and just go, nah, he was the only one.
I think it's good in that respect because now in comics you have so many passing of the mantle to different heroes. Probably more in DC than you do in Marvel.
Yeah.
Like Captain America, they're not a new Captain America, it's just a different character.
Yes.
Whereas there's always different Robins, there's always different Nightwing, I think there's only one.
There is only one Nightwing,
Yeah.
but he's just the
But
first
yeah,
Robin.
there's always different Flashes because there's so many of them in the Speed Force. I would actually classify the Speed Force almost like a Spider-Verse.
Kind
There's
of.
so many.
But there's also a lot of Flashes because they did reboot the character in the comics.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
had like you got Golden Age, you got Silver Age, you got Bronze Age.
And then they just had like 50 Flashes at once, and then different,
Yes,
different
well,
Earths
they
as
tied
well.
them all together as part of the storyline, but
Yeah.
they are from different eras.
Batman didn't have.
No,
Takeovers.
there's only been one.
Yeah.
I say that, but yeah, there's only
Yeah.
really been one.
I'm trying to think of any other DC heroes that would have had multiple uses of the Green Lantern, I guess,
Yeah,
technically. But then that's not. That's just on Earth though, because everywhere else you're just a dude of the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Green Arrow. Was there anyone else who took on the mantle? Because then you had Arsenal. But then, no, I think it was just
It's always
Oliver.
been Oliver Queen.
It was then a different hero. It's not someone else as Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Siren or Black Siren? Is that it? Black Canary. Siren.
It's always been.
Laurel, yeah. Oh, jeez. Okay, no. Then Marvel, there's no other real Cap. There's no other... actually, Iron Man, I think there is. Or is that just in the movie? Is there multiple people who wear the suit, or is it just Tony?
Oh, as in like if you got Rhodey wearing the War Machine one. Yeah, I wouldn't call him Iron Man. Though,
yeah,
the
that's
thing.
true.
In the comics, they did replace Iron Man with I think a female character, a female girl of some sort, like
Okay.
teenager sort of thing.
Oh, I guess Spider-Man technically in the comics gets replaced,
Yeah,
sort of. But then that's just... There's a years apart. It's not like Peter trained... I don't think he trained anyone to take over for him. It's just like 20 years later, we didn't have a Spider-Man because he died, and now we have another one, and then it's different Earths and crap like that. But yeah, that's pretty much all the topics and questions I had planned, I believe. Yeah, we went through New Year's, we went through Christmas, we went through Sidemen. Yeah, I'm pretty happy to tie that off there.
That's fine.
A solid 2 hours. Since we have
bet.
the time now, where can people find you if you want people to be directed?
where
Greg
can
doesn't
people
use
find me? It's a good question. I have a couple of like Instagram pages from like my project cards,
They are
which
popping
you
up
can
now?
find. Yes, it's somewhere here. I will probably be doing some sort of YouTube video channel
Thing,
sort of
yeah.
thing of my car projects as well, which I haven't set up yet, but
Getting there. We're
you
getting
are
there.
going to help me out with that as soon as they're ready to go, I guess. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. That's
Yeah.
where you'd find me.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
For everyone listening at home, watching at home, be sure to, if you are listening on Apple Podcasts, be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Helps out the podcast. Favorite it, download it on Spotify, share it on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever you guys are. Subscribe, like, comment, email, all those things are down below. And we will catch you guys next time. Thanks for
All right.
watching.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Good stuff.